We had like 9 people
Yeah.
before they were slaughtered. But that would have, we would have supplies coming in probably already.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been for
But
that.
it kind of led me to wondering two things. It's like, well, there's two basic goals that I see. Is one, we want to connect to more regions, and the second thing we need to do is also, and there's a lot of different things to go into it, but get our personnel up as far as the number of personnel and organized and trained.
Yep.
So that we train our officers, but also kind of firm up our squads, because I think that was one of the things that was expanded upon besides teamwork.
Yeah, I guess since our people are back from their big mission, like who would be an officer?
Yeah.
Well, it says right there, corporal and up. But yeah, we've got so many sergeants and stuff to start training. That
But it's like,
you know,
what class would make a good officer?
Well, first, like to Brian's point, yeah, it's like, what do we do now? And it's like, well, we need to expand to India to get to the point site.
yeah,
We need to develop our troops, both, like, we got the training center, I think, is being built. And the minute we get
just a
that,
couple days, I think.
we got a lot of ability points we can start spending, which will be nice.
that too. Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Well, okay, so that was the other thing. It's like, once we do those two things, which, like I said, if we're not going to be, we kind of had to do them kind of at the same time. Expand our troops, but also expand our reach, but also firm up the squads and stuff. And one of the things is, like, we have to decide on. It's a tricky question. Is from now and also later on is new recruits and rookies. How do we integrate them into everything? Like, do we have a squad of rookies, or do we integrate rookies into established squads somehow? Because the other thing, I mean, we have some holes to fill. Like, we've got a specialist, and actually that was the other thing I considered too, is we kind of found in that last mission just how really important specialists are, as far as healing, and what was it, healing and reviving and all that stuff. So it's almost like, each mission you really should have a specialist along. And
Right. And I was thinking this officer or a specialist would make good officers. I don't know what Glenn thinks is a good class for an officer.
Honestly, so I know a little bit about the officers and that. So they have,
well,
like,
the main thing I remember
range.
is the command and that's the thing. I mean, I'm sure they have other abilities too, but the one who can give up their action basically to somebody else with the command, it's like, what class is good for that? And also, I guess, someone who's, because I think aren't some of them like a range, kind of like that general had, where he gave bonuses to people.
Like, the higher your rank, the wider your command range is. So that's one thing, is like, so whoever it is, you don't want them to be someone who's in the front or in the back. There's someone that's kind of in the middle of where everybody is.
Okay.
So, like, not a shinobi or a sharpshooter might not be the best.
So you're thinking more like technical, grenadier, gunner, that kind of thing. Because, like
I'm thinking like a support grenadier might make a good officer, because they can always, throw out a grenade and then still have an action to give somebody else.
Yeah.
But specialists are kind of already that way with their, go heal that guy and go revive that guy. It's kind of already like a command ability.
Yeah.
Well, and so that was the other thing, is just trying to figure out what we want our squads to be like. Like, it'd be nice to kind of have, like, say, a squad with one of everything, and maybe you have 3 squads that are like that. You've got, your sharpshooter, your gunner, your assault, and one of everything. And maybe a Templar is attached to one, and your Reaper's attached to another. But then you've got, and say maybe you've got 3 squads that are like that. Maybe your A squad, that's like the elite of everybody, and then your B squad and your C squad. But then you've also got like an X squad that's got like replacements for everybody. So you've got some extras shinobis and specialists and stuff, so that if somebody's tired or somebody's wounded or whatever, you've got a replacement. And like I said, I think the shinobis, maybe the sharpshooters and the specialists are kind of like that, where you don't really want to send a group out without a shinobi or a specialist, maybe a sharpshooter. Or there's some squads it's like, hey, we really want 2 sharpshooters on this to do. But so that's how you can kind of, once we decide how we want to kind of shape things up, we can start recruiting for that. But the other thing that would be fun to recruit for is to start looking for, if we want to do a ghost squad, is to kind of recruit toward finding some shinobis. Like I was thinking, like 4 shinobis, 2 sharpshooters, and like a specialist might be an interesting squad. And try to figure out, well, what would that squad, how would we use it? What would they really be good at? What might not they be good at as far as the kind of missions and stuff go? But anyway, those are all things to kind of think about.
Yeah, I mean, I think like just one of each class and then a squad is kind of nice default. Just I think probably the best squads are ones that have can draw from the strength of different classes. We were talking last time, like, since Pete is so effective when he's suppressing, if you have someone who can, with Roust or something that can scatter the people that are suppressed, or you have a Grenadier who can blow up their cover so they have to move.
Exactly.
Those things go together. So if you put together a squad thinking like that, like the Grenadier in this squad's going to be a sapper, and the technical in this squad's going to have Roust, and it'll go with a gunner like that.
I think that's exactly what you need to do. It's like, so say you've got 3 squads. You've got one that's like you said, that's built around, hey, we've got these abilities and we've got these tactics that work well, and the other can be something like a more sneaky type thing, where we've got a Reaper and a Shinobi and I don't know, whatever other skills that might work together that way. But that's also the important thing, is trying to keep a squad together in that sense. And the tricky part, especially in this game, is how to keep a squad together when you've got people who are tired and out wounded. That's why it's like, if you've got 3 squads and you've got another squad of like miscellaneous people that you can fill in, so that you don't have to pull people from other established squads, but you can still have that.
I think sometimes a squad will have like 3 people wounded, and you just say, okay, that squad's on the shelf, and you can use the rest for Haven advisors or to be backups for another squad.
I mean, that can work too. And I mean, it's just at some point you kind of like, if you look at our squads right now, they're probably all kind of intermixed. But the other thing was, like, say we try our super Shinobi squad, and when we are not using them, the Shinobis could make great Haven personnel.
Yeah, Foundlings look like it's a catch-all for everybody at the moment.
Yeah, so I mean, it'd be nice to kind of firm up the Night Squad as far as its membership, and then the Foundlings is a second, equal, where you've got your Shinobi, and everybody's represented. And then, like, right now we might have a 3rd squad, which would be Voodoo, which has got the replacements basically. It's like, okay, Night Squad is down, a specialist or a sharpshooter or something. We need a backup, and so you pull it from Voodoo squad instead of pulling it from the Foundlings. So the Foundlings have got a little better chance of having their. Although the thing that complicates this whole is that if we want to start doing missions that only take 5 or 6 people, then you're kind of making decisions on which 5 or 6 to take.
That's why I would think you have a squad that, like Foundlings, I think is a great example of, you've got a squad here with 6, 8, 10, 12 people in it, but only 5 or 6 of them are going to be on a mission at any one time. Yeah. Either because that's just how many you want to take, or they're tired, they're wounded, they're whatever. But they build cohesion, because one of the other things with officers is the more missions they go on with the same people, they boost they boost stats for the team.
Yeah.
I can't remember the specifics yet, but
It's
Well,
the same
and
thing like with Brian and Awful are bonded, so
right.
your
Yep.
bond goes up the more missions you do.
Yeah, and that's why you just got to kind of firm up the squads more, so that you got the teamwork that's going to be working out, plus the squad teamwork or whatever with the officers, and then, I mean, especially right now, we'll have holes to fill with training too. It's like, okay, you're not on a mission, it's time to train you. You know, the rest of your group is out, but
yeah,
and it's also going to create other holes. I'm not sure how long training is going to take, but you know, hey, we've got a mission to do, and you're training. So when you're done training, they're still infiltrating, but at least the attempt to try to do that. So it's just something else to kind of do as far as recruiting goes when we get a chance to do that. And plus, yeah, the advanced bonds, those are going to take time to do too. But anyway, we'll head toward that. But I guess right now it's we need to figure out the bottlenecks that might be coming up as far as, you know, if we've got supplies, we're going to need intel to spread. Like one of the things I think we found was like Illyrium cores are a big bottleneck for research on the proving grounds. And then like for some of the armor, it was trooper corpses. And so it's like, well, how do you get trooper corpses if we need this particular kind of armor? So, but
well, I think we found certain missions give us loot.
Yeah.
So we just have to keep an eye out for them. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You guys are better at knowing that stuff than me. But
well, as far as expanding, our bottleneck is kind of this snaky path to Central America.
Right.
That there's
and
no,
we only have one recruit,
hard...
so there's only so much we can do on that front.
Well, we've got that one mission where we're getting like 2 rookies and 4 Haven personnel or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, we've got 7 available soldiers, 9 wounded, and 12 unavailable. Yikes. Anyway.
So we've got well, actually, let's see what's happening. Supply drop is a ways away. We got some research going on. A couple of things. Training center will be done in a day, and I'm sure we're going to spend some time assigning ability points to people.
Oh yeah. Now what else?
46... Oh, go ahead.
Well, so is that also the place where we can train officers in the training center?
That's the Guerrilla Tactics School. That's the upgrade I was showing you guys.
Okay.
Is that it's an upgrade.
35 supplies.
Then we can put folks in there. It'd be cool. We won't know until we do it. If we could train people that are injured, it's like you're injured, go to officer training. I don't know if that's even.
That would be cool, but yeah, probably not.
I doubt it, but we'll see. But the thing is, do we want to build it? We've got 46 supplies. We have the supplies and the power now. It's just a matter of do we want to wait?
I think it's probably a good idea just so we can start rotating people through there. I mean, I don't know if there's an upper limit to how many officers you can have on a squad. Is there, Glenn?
No, but if you look at the text here, only the highest ranking officer in a squad will be able to use their ability on a mission. So you don't want to just train everybody as officers. To Neil's point, you want to pick somebody that's going to be almost always going on a mission with a squad, and they become the officer.
But then you also have to have a backup. Because
it's good to have a backup always, but you know,
you're going to be tired or whatever. And plus, you know, depending unless you have the exact same abilities for both officers, you're going to have one officer who's good at doing this and another officer who's got different abilities, and so your team is going to have different strengths unless you duplicate them, or I don't know if you can duplicate them. Well, I would say let's go ahead and get started.
Choose A or B as they go through.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
It's all okay. So, I would say it's worth it. I mean, we've got it, and it looks like we're going to have a lot of income. So from now on, so we can at least start training our officers now, because that's pure bonus. And for 35 supplies, as much as we can use it, as far as, you know, I'd say we've got 6 people at least. As far as just, I mean, train the officers, we can have some backups, and also I guess the other thing we could do is, depending on what the actual abilities are, we can almost have one officer with these abilities, which gives the squad a certain set of abilities, and a different officer can give the squad a different slant.
Yeah, we'll have to be
Whatever
careful
they
because
are.
you'll only be able to take one or the other on a mission, though, because like I said,
Well, you can take. Right. But I mean, you can also choose just like, hey, this on this particular mission. I mean, you can take both officers, but only one would have. So, I guess
whichever
you
is
can have
highest
your
ranking will be the one that's
right.
whose skills are
Yeah,
used.
I guess it's a little tricky to try to figure out.
Like I said, if you go that route,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, well, if we want this skill, we have to take this officer.
Well, I guess we'll have to look at the skills to see if that lends a slant toward
Right.
anything. There might be.
Yeah.
Like it'd be
Well,
nice
we're kind
if
of
there
getting
was.
ahead of ourselves because we got to build
Right.
it first, and we'll see what we got.
Yeah,
But
as far as our 46 supplies, I think that's not a bad idea to build the officer training school. The only other thing, I mean, we need weapons. We have some, and
Yeah.
rookies. Although we only have one we can hire at the moment anyway, and I guess that's the mission we're infiltrating. Will get us a couple.
we'll get us two
I don't
more, I
remember.
think. Yeah, we can
Okay.
take a look and find out. I did also want to make us aware that the Guerrilla Tactics School also has combat tactics that we can buy. I mean, not right now, but to think about, like,
Right.
this is a big one. Now, granted, this requires officers. You have to have someone at
Yeah.
major to do this and colonel to do this one. But these others, we just have to have the supplies. So, like, Vulture, it's a way for us to
Yeah.
get more loot, maybe more things to sell. Integrated warfare, so our combat sims are more effective. And Stay With Me, so people are more likely to bleed out rather than die. So just some things to think about
Okay.
as we go. Now, you'll notice none of them are cheap. So,
Right.
No.
but hopefully,
no.
like Brian said, now that we're going to start getting some income, and if we can liberate another region, that's more income. That would
Yeah.
be nice. So,
I mean,
Yeah,
we had this
expanding
huge.
Our Haven network will give us more income eventually too.
that's the hope.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
Yeah, we had such a huge scarcity of everything that it was like it was scrimp and save and just to try to do. But well, yeah, I'd say go ahead and do this. But like I said, the other thing we're gonna have to figure out eventually is, like I said, how to integrate our rookies into our squads and how to train them up. So it's not like we've got a sergeant, and then we've got a rookie. We've got to train them so that they're available to be inserted when we lose somebody, like we just did.
Well, I mean, what you just described is probably perfect. It's like we need 6 people, we've got 5, and a rookie. And then,
Yeah, that
or
too.
well,
And hopefully
that's
there
probably
might be
it
some
because
rook-
covert actions are too dangerous to put rookies on.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I think
that's unfortunate.
I mean, like obviously there are other classes that we just don't have available right now, but I think specialists make sense. I don't know, Glenn, who you like as an officer.
I like, honestly, like I said, I like the idea. Specialists are good. I would have said Ranger if it weren't for the fact that we want them to be able to shoot twice, and if they have to use one of their actions as a command action, that kind of defeats the purpose.
Right.
But Specialist,
Yeah,
like I said,
Specialist
Specialist,
does-
Grenadier, Technical, those are the ones I think of, those 3.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
But and it looks like we've answered our question of if you're injured or tired, you are not available for officer training. So,
Right. Well, we can start with awful and see.
now, as I say, the only other bad that, well, actually, so if we click him without committing to
Okay.
anything, we can see that the first 2 skills are got Oscar Mike, which we'll click on it. So, and command range is pretty wide already, if I remember right. But then again,
Yeah.
he's already a
We'll figure
staff
it out.
sergeant. So this one, once per
That's-
mission, all
yeah.
allies get +5 mobility. So this would be like at the beginning of the turn, you do this first and then move everybody else.
It's definitely got its possibilities, but at the same time, it's only once per mission and +5.
Right.
It's like,
It's
What-
also apparently not a free action.
Right.
Oh.
Exactly. And then we got this one.
yeah.
Spend an action, pinpoint a target, and grant your squad cumulative aim bonuses and +1 and 1 armor piercing on attacks for that target for the rest of the turn.
I
And
like
let's say
that.
each successive direct weapon attack against the target in the same turn grants an additional +5 aim bonus. So this is another one where it's you do it at the beginning of your turn and probably start firing with your most accurate people on down the line, so that by the time you get to the end, the people that aren't so great have gotten as many +5 aim bonuses to help them out.
I like that one. I mean, Oscar Mike, yeah, you can see like at the very end of a mission when you're running for the extraction point, that would be great.
Well, I would say, like, if you had your ghost squad with a lot of shinobi's, your officer would have Oscar Mike, like, go get him, guys.
Yeah. And this one is not a once per mission. This is a 3-turn cooldown one.
Right. Yeah. That's
I do think, kind of in general, for the shooty people, focus fire makes more sense.
Yeah. Now the only other thing we don't know is how long will the training take. I think it's going to be. Let's assume it's probably going to be like class training, like 7 days.
Yeah, okay. That was the other thing. Brian is tired for how long?
Let's find out. And also the other thing is we only have 2 specialists now.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I mean, Rangers, specialists, and shinobis and sharpshooters.
Yeah, I feel bad about Ingrid. I think
keeping you up at nights.
Well, I mean, I was thinking about it afterwards, and I was like, I should have. She had ever vigilant. Right. Instead of having her take the shot on that mech, I should have just kept her moving, put her behind cover, and she would have gone on Overwatch. And not just that, but she would have gained the armor and defense because of the PCS chip she had. I mean,
right?
Yeah.
There's no guarantee she would have shot at the mech, but I think things would have gone better. But well.
I wanted to rewatch that whole thing too, because it was like, what did we do? Or
that
could
was
we have done something different?
Yeah. That was
it's
the
up
main
on
thing.
on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I just haven't had time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was like the turn before she had moved from the roof down to the middle of the building and hadn't triggered anything, and then she basically did the same move in reverse and triggered that. So I don't feel bad about triggering the other advent. I just wasn't thinking ever vigilant. If I had been thinking about it, I would have used that. I think that would have turned out a lot better.
Right.
But anyway, it's something to remember.
Yeah, like I said, as far as recruiting goes, I think another ranger and definitely another specialist, because I think, like, if there's anything you want to have too many of is specialist, especially the way they can be converted as far as like your hacker, hacking mechanical things.
Every mission you've got a chance to hack the little advent towers, and so it's always nice to have someone who can actually do it.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, to increase their abilities, and like that last time, I think I don't remember the details, but there was, I think, just the tower. It would have been nice to do at the very end, although I think we didn't have time to do it. But just the 33% reduction in the next contact. And it's like, well, that's a lot of intel you could save, if it's 160.
Right.
So,
yeah,
it would have been worth trying that.
So you asked about Brian, 37 hours.
Okay. Yeah, if it's like 7 days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking if it was like 7 days, which I think it was at one point, then it'd be kind of a no-brainer to train awful if I'm going to be out that long. But otherwise, yeah, it doesn't matter.
And Anastasia is one of our 4 assaults.
Okay, well in that case...
Well, 3, because who knows if we're ever going to get Anthony back.
Right,
True.
I'm looking doubtful at this point, unless there's
some way I haven't heard anything, and I'm getting close to dismissing him and Shay, just so that they just don't show up on our roster anymore.
Oh, actually,
you can kick them out of their squad probably, so they won't. That's the thing; they automatically get included when you bring up the squad.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
Actually, let's go ahead and do that.
It'd be nice if we could some little hack to fix them, or at least. But yeah.
And I think Shay. Shay has been removed from her squad, so she's not showing up. Okay. Okay. So
yeah, Shay was bonded. Can we remove the bonds or just rebond somebody?
There once, other than killing them. Well, although if we dismiss her, maybe it will. I don't know.
Okay.
So Awful is definitely available. Like I said, but he's one of 2. Anastasia is available. She's one of 4. And Astrid, we've kind of said maybe they're not a good idea of being an officer. So.
Well, the other thing with the assaults too, as we found out, is they're short range specialists. So, in that respect, they also might be good officer material. But I guess it's also like, when would you use their abilities?
Well, I think one nice thing about the command ability is if you run and gun and then oops, because you're kind of screwed at that point. You can't come back. And the same thing with shinobis. When they do their dash to attack, if they trigger another group of aliens, it's nice to have an officer who can bring them back.
Right.
Well, I don't know. Is that even an ability for these officers?
Idea of technical and grenadier, especially support grenadier and specialists, those would be good candidates.
Yeah. Well, we can.
We can wait. We can hold off and wait for Brian to get off the bench, and then.
Well, it's not so much that. Well, I guess you could do that too. Yeah, it's just that since we have a dearth of specialists, it's like we kind of really. We need them for missions.
Right.
Yuck.
And we don't know how long this training lasts, so like I said, we can wait. We can throw in Anastasia as a guinea pig. We can, like I said, we can put in Awful. Either.
Well, who
I don't
else
think
is
there's a bad
ready...
decision here. It's all good decisions.
Yeah, who else is about ready to be either uninjured or untired besides me?
Well, the covert action people will be back in less than 2 days?
Yeah,
3 days.
Covert action.
And
I guess you could look at.
There you
Brian,
go.
Marguerite, and Donna will all be back in in less than 2 days.
But also, like Chris is a Haven advisor, because he's a support grenadier, he could be a possibility.
There you go. Actually, that's probably a really good idea right there.
Yeah.
We can get Chris out, make him our first officer, and then we can replace him with whoever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's a good idea right there. Yeah.
Actually, do we want to go ahead and do that? Actually, I do like that. That's nice.
We can do that. Which squad is he in anyway?
Well, let's take a look. Is he in Night Squad? No. Is he in the Foundlings? Yes, he is in the Foundlings.
Okay.
And
they're gone for 4 days anyway.
Okay.
And I totally forgot what he's in Eastern U.S. So we can always replace him with Astrid.
That works.
She's like the lowest ranking person right now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although it looks like Ahmed's available, even though he's tired. He's available as a Haven
I guess
advisor.
that's something you can do when you're tired, is rest at the Haven.
Yeah, that's good too.
So keep an eye on that, guys. 6 days. Let's make sure that being a Haven advisor allows him to still rest. So we'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, let's do that. I like that. That was a great idea. Officer training. And there's Chris.
There we go. So.
So do we want him to be the, hey, +5 mobility for a turn? Or.
I focus fire seems to me like 5 times more effective than Oscar Mike, really.
And this is the other things that all officers get. So first one is leadership. So this is the most. So the more the more missions that go on together, will dodge and infiltration.
Okay.
And then.
And so we have to choose that first?
No, this is just something they get. This is it's kind of like when you're squatting your base abilities.
Got it.
The other one is command. So requires an action and ends your turn. Oh, second and first lieutenants have 1 charge, captains, majors have 2, lieutenants, colonels have 3, and field commanders have 4.
Can that be used on units on Overwatch or suppressing another target?
So basically, people that have already, I guess, committed, on their turn of what they're doing, you can't use command.
Yeah. Okay. No, actually, I think you're right. A support grenadier, a technical, and specialist are kind of ideal for all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because, especially with the I mean, we might find somebody else, but sharpshooters are too far in the rear. Shinobis are really too far in front, and the Rangers are, shoot. Assaults might not be bad, but at the same time, it's run and gun, and they're kind of in the front too. But yeah, I think Grenadiers are ideal for this.
Yep.
Fire
So now
grenade.
is
Issue an order.
which ability?
I mean, I really like
fire.
focus fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You both said it at the same time. I think that's the one we're taking. So
It's
you
like
can't
if
change
Oscar
or
Mike-
remove this.
No, if Oscar Mike was, actually, the only reason I would pick it is if it was the only ability, or I can't imagine something less useful.
6 days.
6 days. All right.
Okay.
So 6 days for officer training.
Okay. Well, we get our officers through there, and hopefully actually find one for the other squad, so we can train them both.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see what's happening out here. All right. So we've got the Foundlings. We know that they're doing the jailbreak mission, which, like I said, a couple of rookies, a couple of resistance folks. So give them time to do that. We don't have any scanning missions, and force level is 7.
That's scary.
Western U.S. is Strength 4, Vigilance 9. Strength 2, Vigilance 4. Whoops, sorry. And Strength 3, Vigilance 3. We currently have... looks like Western U.S. is on supplies at the moment. New Mexico's on recruiting. It looks like everybody is... It looks like we don't have anyone on intel at the moment, but we were thinking that we could change that because we do only have one squad out at the moment.
Well, and the other thing is we need 160 to go to another make contact, right?
Yes, that is correct
Or
at the moment.
did we want to build a radio tower, whatever it is?
We do have a radio relay to build in North America. We've currently got one in New Mexico, so we could build one here. And
or would it be
cost
cheaper
100
to
supplies.
Oh, well,
that's how we get the continent bonus, is to build a radio relay.
Well, the other way is if we liberate Western United States.
Right.
Yeah, but that's not. Is that in the future?
Yeah. Right.
In the distant future.
Hopefully not too distant, but we'll see.
Well, I guess the question is it better to go ahead and buy one now than to do or build one now and than to liberate?
We don't have supplies anyway.
No.
It's
just a matter
drop. It is a question to ask: is do we do that? I mean, because right now, I mean, we know we need to expand to Asia because we got to get to India. But so we can probably put. I know we were talking New Brazil, and as much as we'd like to, we've got the liberation started in Western U.S.
Well, hopefully, if we make contact with someplace else,
the cops are vigilant.
If we make contact with some other place, we can, spread our activities to New Brazil. Plus, where's our other contact in Asia? If we can do that, hopefully it'll take some heat off of Western United States. But
right, and I'm just putting it on here to kind of stop the clock until we make a decision. So, Haven-wise, what would we like to do? Do we want to? Is New Brazil going on intel?
I would say so.
Yeah, at least some intel, just so we can also get our intel bucket up, so that we've got the 160 to spend at a minimum on making contact, and then.
Well, the intel bucket doesn't add to our intel that we see in the top corner. It's a whole other thing.
Oh, well, they should call it a different name.
So putting these people on intel doesn't give us like the intel that we can like spend on making contact.
Oh, okay. Well, because that's something else we're going to need.
Yes, yeah.
Too. I guess we. So the only way we can get that is to decrypt data pads and do missions that.
Scanning missions, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So putting these guys on intel.
So we do have a squad that's.
We have part of a
we could
squad.
put together a squad. We'd have to
Okay.
pull people from,
And we've got.
but we've got people coming back in a little over a day
Yeah.
also.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and look for
Alright.
some trouble then.
Eduardo, congratulations. You are tier 2. All right. Let's get down there.
Second course for Sector 3, Brazil.
Add to their scanning abilities. And hey, Tariq has joined the Eastern U.S. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Go find some friends. And we
Gas
have gas
grenades.
grenades. All right. Organic units suffer additional debilitating effects of poison over time. And we have one in the inventory, which is nice.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I would rather we held on to our drone wrecks for other stuff, because I know there's some stuff that required 3 drone wrecks to do or something like that. But
how many do we have?
I have no idea. Let's find out.
Hey, Commander.
I think we actually have 3 now, but let's take a look. Drone wreck. Oh, we have 2. We have 2. So.
We should have more, but okay.
I think we did have 3, and we did kind of the mechanical version of an autopsy. So now we only have 2.
Oh. Okay.
But
I wonder if this is what it
so
was like in the old
basically,
days.
it
Always
looks
on
like
edge,
we don't
ready
have
for a
anything
fight
we
on a
can
moment's
do at
notice.
the moment,
Certainly keeps you
which
on your
means
toes.
Adriana can go do something else.
Dig.
Right. Yep.
Yep, I like that.
And when we finish the training center, they can have help.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. All right.
Okay. Well, one day.
And we got a gas grenade, so that's cool.
Yep. I have to remember that.
I wonder
And
if
the
gas
training center is
grenades.
built.
I wonder if the gas grenade counts as a support grenade.
Nah, it's a destructive. It's a combat grenade. Well, the training center is up.
Well, so we get to use our experience points, and we get to increase bonds. Is that basically what it does?
We can. So Awful and Brian are available for bond training. It'll be for 3 days.
So what is the bonus for the second level? Is that the one where you get a aim bonus or something when you're nearby?
Let's take a look. Actually, I think we'll be able to see it here. There we go. Prove this bond. Oh, no.
Well, I guess we'll have to find out.
Yeah, it's not telling us.
Well, I guess let's find out.
Yeah, might as well.
3 days. I mean, hopefully a mission won't pop up in 3 days, but
there we go.
at least we'll figure out what the bonus is for.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
When deploying
That's the
covert
covert
action.
Nice.
Reduced by a day. Advanced teamwork. Spotter.
Huh.
Okay. And
Yeah, I think definitely worth it. It's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
I don't know. It's also kind of makes you look at like the spotter and the standby me, or especially spotter. It's like who would make good bond mates? Because
That's
not
why,
necessarily.
on the one hand, like a sharpshooter shinobi, if the shinobi's off doing something, maybe the sharpshooter's not, so they can, give them the little move action.
Yeah.
But if
On
that's
the other
on
hand, they're not
my
going to be
side-
next to each other.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know if that's a line of sight type thing.
Yeah, but the aim bonus, that's something. Like I saw that Chris and Beatrice are bond mates. Chris doesn't matter where he stands; he can stand next to Beatrice and give Beatrice bonus
Yeah.
aim.
So that's the same thing with Brian. It's like he doesn't necessarily need aim
Right.
for grenades.
And being
but,
able to remove the negative mental effects, that's a nice bonus.
Yep.
And of course, the covert action.
Well,
nice.
and also, I mean, they don't necessarily have to be adjacent. They also get this
Right,
bonus,
yeah.
when their bondmate's been attacked.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. But
Hey,
no, it's kind of cool. Let's
Yep.
Okay.
bonding. And
Yeah.
then we
It's
have
only 3
abilities
days.
available. Some people have a lot.
Well,
we
let's
can
just start. Well,
Is that
can we start?
something
with
available
magic?
when you're tired also? Or I guess it's
looks
just
like
Wow.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Neil,
Yeah.
what's your wish list and how much do they cost?
So
Well,
the
let's
stuff
see.
in blue is the stuff that's been selected. So the stuff in the
Well, let's
creamish
also
white.
check out the XCOM abilities.
Right. So let's see.
Is it not letting you move?
Yeah.
Tell you what, let me check Parsec to make sure that you guys have the right privileges, which you did not
Oh.
for some reason. All right, try it now. There we go.
All right. So let's see.
Okay.
Phantom. Interesting.
And that costs 10.
Make him a scout.
Right. I mean, but kind of like a shinobi, you want to be able to use them also.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's why
yeah.
the reconceal ability of the Reaper is nice. What was the second one?
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Not
Oh,
really
yeah.
something for them. This could be. I don't know that they really need aim bonus,
Yeah, I was thinking more on
Yeah.
the defense side.
but the
Yeah.
defense part would be nice because they often
Yeah.
are, away from the group.
That costs 20.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's an interesting one. Yeah.
Especially when you consider his ability to switch.
Right. Yeah, that's a very interesting one.
What's the next one?
Oh.
Interesting, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Expensive.
Now I
for 30.
so we gave him terrorize, or her terrorize, which because of the whole vault.
Yeah.
So exchange was with a squad mate.
That's 23.
And I believe these don't end your turn. Yeah. I mean, that's something you could imagine,
A lot of uses for it.
like...
Especially if
Well-
you hold Magister in reserve, kind of. But yeah.
I mean, it would be kind of interesting. I mean, you could imagine, like, if you're already, behind enemy lines or something, you exchange with, say, a ranger or something. And now they have flank shots or something like that. It'd be a very interesting ability to use. Psionic energy in a wave.
We saw that at the end of our last campaign. It was kind of nice, but we didn't get a lot of experience with it. It's a nice area of effect thing, which I guess also might not attract Lost. Were there some cheaper things that looked interesting that we passed up the first time?
Let's see.
Psyblade, there were a couple, and
Let's see.
Solus is a
Sideblade
good one
with
too.
Rend. So overcharge. Parry, of course.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, was the parry and then the whole deflect reflect stuff.
Yeah. So that would be 20 and 22 for the combination. So Dynamo is Pillar, just interesting. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Blade Master?
+1 damage and +10 to aim. Is there something that stacks with that?
Ooh,
Now
high
this
voltage.
Yeah.
would kind of, pair well with all those. So that's
Right.
20.
Yeah, especially when you talk about the spillover damage plus the aim bonuses, I believe.
Yeah.
Double damage
Oh.
is like, I wasn't sure what the bonus was.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I forgot about that.
Um,
Well, and then there's there's another ability that kind of goes with that gave the aim bonuses.
I think we did
Well-
that one. That was under Sage.
Right.
oh, that's
But I was
the
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Shot.
and so Solace was the one that would be nice, but we just saw like the bond mates can do some of
Yeah.
that.
Well,
and
but I think if we click on the
special
question mark, this
command-
is like an area of effect. Cleanses, disorient. Oh, maybe not. Okay.
Well,
So
but
let's
maybe.
see
I
it.
mean,
it's for a squad mate, so I'm guessing it's
yeah,
targeted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Individual.
So they toned it
yeah.
because I know in War of the Chosen it was like an aura, and it's like if everyone was
Right.
up 4 or 5 tiles of our
Right.
Yeah.
Templar.
This
they
is
didn't
interesting.
combat. Yeah, that was a neat
Let's see,
one.
does it say how much? Minus 15 aim, wow. 5
I like
tile
this.
radius.
It doesn't say, and it's like, and what's the mobility?
Right. That one's neat. This one
Yeah.
would be fun to play with. And this one kind of goes with the rest of the
Yeah.
abilities.
Yeah, I think the high voltage is.
That.
It just complements all of her other skills.
Yeah.
Yep, and I think, especially, I imagine, and my guess is through the weapon, you'll get higher focus, max focus.
Right.
Oh, that was the other thing. We could
It'll
also
be
upgrade her
more.
weapon, which
That's
we haven't
true.
done yet.
Yeah,
too.
we got the stuff. We just don't have the. We just didn't have.
So
the
I'm
supplies
thinking
yet to
high
do it.
voltage. I do like both of these, I think.
Yeah, and there
But
are
I
things
think-
that we can come back to get.
Right.
Yeah.
I think high voltage, that sound good?
Yep.
Yeah, because
Totally
there's been plenty of times it's like, can we get that? And also, the only other question I had was, when you have spillover, is it only to one other person?
Right
Or is
now
it?
it is.
It's
So
up to the max focus. That's what I'm saying. So when focus goes up, there'll be more targets that you
Yeah.
can hit.
Okay, and then so you increase the range. Yeah, that seems like a.
Right. So right now
it's
it's
just-
increase the range to hit that one extra target, but later it'll
Right.
be increase the range to hit more targets.
Right. Yeah, it's just like Pete's ability to suppress with a wider area suppression. It's like.
And more
Yeah.
people, hollow targeted. So yeah, I think that'll be good.
Okay.
next up is Jane.
We might not even get a chance to do a mission tonight.
We'll see. We'll see. We got 30 with
She's
her.
got 30
She's
points.
gone quite the sniper route.
Yeah.
And for our other soldiers, we also have pistol abilities. So there's XCOM abilities and pistol abilities.
Well, that could be great with like Lost, but
Well, I'm thinking, more for Bandit. Well, I don't know. On one hand, Bandit's going to be more in pistol range. On the other hand, she can actually use her sniper rifle by moving around.
there's one right
But
there.
As for Jane, I don't know that, pistol gonna be in pistol range all that much.
No, not a whole lot. But I did want it
But
because it doesn't show up on the screen unless you use the
Right.
mouse wheel. I wanted to make sure we knew that it was there.
Oh, okay.
But
But the XCOM abilities are also open. That's
Yes.
something that wasn't open before. Okay.
yeah. So we've got resilience.
Yeah. Like I said, she's.
We've got aim,
Oh.
but when's she ever gonna hunker down? Really?
Well, I would kind of
She's
take
got
Right.
the
a stock to
place
steady her
of
weapon.
Freddy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got concentration.
Ooh. But how often does she graze worth 20 points? I don't know how the whole graze thing works, but
Okay. We've got formidable.
yeah. Like I said,
Yeah.
with her,
We have Predator.
That's not a bad one for her. Although, I mean, she's almost. If an enemy is flanked or out of cover, you don't really need the aim for her.
True.
yeah,
So it would more be for the bonus crit chance, which what was aggression might be better.
aggression kind of covers that. I mean, generally would cover that with
I mean,
squad.
like if you later, really want to stack up on your crits, you can maybe get both of those. But I would say aggression in
Yeah, squad sight doesn't count, so it's got to be within their
Okay.
normal vision range.
No, it says units visible. It says units visible at squad site do confer a bonus.
do confer. Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's why she's up there and she's like, well, I can see 7 or 8 people, and so boom.
Yeah.
I mean, once she whittles it down to fewer enemies, but that's when you want to take out the biggest, the baddest first. I mean, I can't think of the last time she was ever fired at. The typical sniper undercover.
Right.
How much is center mass? Because center mass is that
+1.
That could be nice also.
Yep. Then we've got.
That could be good, especially if she's got death from above. Then she can holo target.
Something to consider. It's kind of expensive, but
This is like, later on. But I think aggression
but for
is.
Now, yeah.
Well, so are the Lance Corporal abilities pretty cheap then?
So
They're cheaper.
Yeah,
10.
So it goes 17, 18, 20, 22, 23. And
I was
But
thinking,
also, there is a difference between your 3 core abilities and your XCOM abilities are more
these
expensive.
are 10, then they go to 20,
that's what I was thinking of.
30, and then 40. Yeah.
But I was thinking that holo targeting ability at Lance Corporal would be nice if it was cheap.
Yeah, 17 points.
Yeah, it's not as cheap as you would expect it to be.
Right. If it was 10, I would say, maybe that would be a good one. But otherwise, I don't know. I think that aggression one looks
I think
good.
aggression to start off with, and then maybe we can come back and get like snapshot later on. Because it is nice to have that, that one turn shot ability at times.
Yeah.
But for her, I think aggression would be.
Well, yeah, the other thing is, I mean, the holo targeting abilities, because with death from above, she can say, okay, I'm going to kill this guy, and then I'm going to holo target this other thing for everybody else. To be
I don't think she's going to have it.
Add on whatever that was, crit or whatever,
What was it, Glenn?
Whatever she holo targets. That could be nice.
I think it's Staff Sergeant, second row. Oh,
Vital point targeting, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Vital point.
okay, so it's that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another 23. So yeah, that's something to come back to, I think, after. Yeah.
Okay, but I think we're all thinking aggression.
Yeah.
I think aggression for her and the vital point targeting would be kind of more a perk for other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That takes care of Jane. Then we got Pete, who is Mr. Suppression.
I think he had an obvious one. His obvious one was the machine gunner one that well, I guess we look at the XCOM ones though also.
Shadow Step is interesting. Ever vigilant.
Oh.
Precision shot. That's as far as he's gotten. We got cool under pressure. I think this was the one that we were thinking of.
Yeah, I guess and other reaction shots. If it was only Overwatch, then I would say maybe not as good for him.
Yeah.
But that's kind of his thing, and to be able to get bonus aim and crit, I think that's kind of the obvious one for him.
Yeah, I think the only reason we didn't is because we saw this of like being able to do suppression for 5
well, like
times.
if he had picked up cool under pressure, I would say Danger Zone's the one for him.
Yeah, Shredder also
would be nice.
A good thing for him. Let's see, we got Iron Curtain. This is kind of like staggering shot from the old campaign.
Yeah, the thing about that one is it would require aim. That's more for the top row gunner to pick up than the bottom row gunner. But
So
yeah, I think cool under pressure is the
taking this
obvious
one,
one.
we got 12 points left, and like I said, it field medic is kind of interesting. I love that, but yeah, shadow step is kind of cool though.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
like eventually you could give him center mass also.
Yeah. So maybe.
well, I mean, one extra
Yeah.
point versus there was a couple other things
Yeah. But
that.
I think
But yeah,
cool
I
under
it's
pressure
like
is
his mayhem is like a percentage increase to damage. It's not all just
correct.
flat increases. But yeah, no, I think
yeah. So lockdown is the plus to aim, mayhem is the bonus damage. Yeah. But yeah, I think you're right. Cool under pressure is pretty much the way
an
to
extra
go.
10 aim and a chance to crit. That's
And he needs it. Look at that, 68 aim.
yeah.
well, he
Yeah.
gets a bonus, with his lockdown, but to get even and his hair trigger, but to get even bigger bonus can only help.
Well, it's like he was killing everybody that was under suppression just about, but then when he would take a normal shot, it was like,
Yeah.
or if he was on Overwatch, he would miss. Okay.
So then we got Dimitri here, who is our shinobi.
Yeah.
And he is gravely wounded at the moment, but he's got 24 action points. So, real quick, the XCOM abilities. Flashbang. Damn good ground. Hail of bullets. Infighter. Which,
That would be good.
that's a pretty good one for him.
Yeah.
33 dodge against within 4 tiles. That's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
However, some other things to look at is there is Lone Wolf.
17.
We passed on combatives, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We need to. There's something to look at.
So does he have Bladestorm?
He does now. Yeah, we get
Okay.
Bladestorm.
Yeah. So that would go well with Bladestorm, right?
Yeah. We also have Hard Target.
Ah. Very similar to whatever that was that our
Infighter.
Sergeants. The Advent Sergeants, and also Aggression. It's like the dodge version
Aggression.
of Aggression.
Right.
And we also have Low Profile. And yeah, I mean, we've got Executioner.
He's more going after the ones that aren't wounded, typically.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We got Ghostwalker. This is an active thing, but it's
That's the kind of something that Ahmet could maybe use, just because his movement's so high.
yeah.
He can. You have to be careful where you move him sometimes.
Right.
I do like eventually getting somebody that ability.
Yeah, someone will
about
go the Saboteur route eventually, just seems like not yet, you know. Okay, so we got 24. We were all kind of excited about the Infighter.
I mean,
but
he's
there's
the
also
guy.
the hard
who's-
target. Yeah.
People attacking him, are often at close range.
All right.
Or
They're
he's
both
at close
20
range
points,
when people
and-
decide to attack him.
Right. So it's either
What's this?
gain 5 dodge up to 30, or it's gain 33 dodge against attacks within 4 tiles.
What are the other two that are in Staff Sergeant row?
We've got low profile.
Oh, low profile.
And
Okay.
we've got Shadow Strike, which is kind of a one-time thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to decide between.
So this one is
Dodge.
specific to you just get the 33 dodge, but it's only with enemies within 4 tiles, where this one is up to 30 at whatever range. Well, as long as they can be seen.
Right. Yeah, they're both good.
Yeah. I don't know. I tend
I
towards
think that
Infighter,
one-
but yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Infighters because that's generally where he sneaks up and is like, oh shit. And
Either that, or there's also combatives.
Right. That's another good one.
parry
Yeah.
melee attacks and counterattack with your melee. So how would that stack with Bladestorm then? So I guess someone
So Blade Storm is when people come into or leave your melee range, whereas combatives
Right.
is if someone does a melee attack against. So basically, it'd be like let's say a stun lancer comes up, they come into
Yeah.
range, Blade Storm. Then if they survive an attack, well, he gets to counterattack. So it's almost like 2 attacks.
Okay. In that case, it's like if we could beef up his armor and stuff, it's like, yeah, go ahead, come on, attack me.
Yeah, I mean, we can come
the
back
thing-
for it, but I think
The thing about
Infighter's the way to go.
Infighter is it's dodge whether they're doing a melee attack against you or they're shooting you.
Right, true.
Yeah.
This one is kind of offensive, defensive, and this is defensive, defensive.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's do Infighter. I think we were all kind of excited about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we can come back. All right, so that was Dimitri. Awful. So Awful's got 24 points. We gave him airdrop instead of field medic, but he has gone this round, and I think we were saying this was what we wanted to give him.
Yeah. Field medic, especially now, we've seen
Well, I just
now.
look at his
deadly
XCOM abilities,
Yeah,
but
just so
otherwise,
it's-
yeah, I agree.
So we got steady hands. We didn't move last turn. It's kind of cool. It's like stock.
Yeah.
Iron Curtain. We saw that with another person. What's this one? Open fire. Huh.
That's
Interesting.
Oh, I think one of our resistance people had this. I remember that. Yeah. And then we
Okay.
got cyclic fire.
fire 3 shots at a target in a single attack.
And they all have a -10 aim penalty.
Yeah, I don't know that he's really carries the aim bonus to go with that.
Yeah. Not for him, I don't think, but
Yeah.
something
Okay.
interesting.
Neat ability,
And of course,
though.
then we've got the pistol abilities. But I gotta be honest.
Yeah, I'd say
I'm
field
thinking
medic.
Field medic is the way to go for
Yep,
this.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yep.
Yeah.
I definitely,
Alright.
I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of times we go, woof.
Brian, look what you
Okay.
got. We'll let you go through all these.
Yeah. So we did, actually. How do I? Okay. I'm awake now. So how do we go back to
Train
where we were?
abilities. And click on Brian.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just mouse over
Okay.
the.
Yeah. No, my mouse wasn't working. So launch grenade. We got sapper, so we can destroy heavy, cannon plus, the boosted cores, damage, and bigger damage. So just to go over the XCOM, Deadeye, take a shot with small significant damage boost. He doesn't have the aim to give up for that. Lone Wolf, he's not usually alone. Shadow Step. Useful, but it's not something he's necessarily doing a lot. Cyclic Fire, same thing. Okay. Doesn't really do that, but that could be useful for 17 points.
Ooh,
So
under
how would-
corporal. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was just wondering how that would work. So would that stack with Sapper?
I assume
Or I
so.
guess.
Yeah, because I think Sapper is about being able to destroy objects, whereas this is just
Right.
saying you won't destroy the
You
loot.
won't destroy loot, but
And
you
you
also
do
deal.
Bonus damage to
Plus
unarmored people. Yeah.
That would be a good
Well,
possibility.
although the thing is, how many times do we see unarmored people these days? And it's not going to get any better.
Ah,
But okay.
yeah.
Center of mass, 1 more damage, formidable. Not too. Ooh, that could be something to come back to.
Well, the corporal
The
ability
problem-
too is really
Oh
good.
yeah, I did that.
But the problem with that is your payload. You seem to want to either go support grenades or, explosive grenades. And it's like the support stuff is all geared towards support grenades. And you can
Yeah.
split your inventory or you can kind of go one way.
Concentrate. I think this is the way to go.
Yeah, I think heat warheads or the needle grenades. Either one of those two would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I think we'll see with the needle grenades is that we're not going to see as many unarmored enemies in the future.
I'm just thinking of the fact that it doesn't destroy loot, so it gives us more things that we can collect from the battlefield.
True.
Well, but I
When
mean,
we
Brian
do grenades,
can
if
be
we
the
kill
one-
somebody, we lose the loot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, but as a sapper, Brian can be the one who destroys the cover and softens them up, and other people can clean up.
Right.
Pierce and shred.
Yep. I do like that.
Yeah, that one's hard to argue with
Yeah.
for a sapper. It was only that one or the tandem warheads was the big choice at staff sergeant.
Yeah.
Both
And
both good choices.
I like your ideas, Glenn. It's just a matter of, I mean, it's going to be a while before he gets enough points to come back and get this.
All right,
Or
we'll get it
what other
Well,
quicker than we think.
Yeah, but,
Tuesday-
but
or
there may
other
be other
Tuesday
stuff
abilities.
further on that you want too. So.
Yeah. Like salvo.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself. Let's
But,
get our heat warheads, because we could spend
yeah, I
forever
think as
looking
far
at
as-
upcoming stuff.
I think as far as he goes, it's just like, yeah, mayhem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we got Marguerite. Oh,
This is
she's
just
on
like
covert
Christmas.
action.
Okay.
And Bandit
And
is
Bandit's
infiltrating. Final.
Final. Ooh.
So final, we got Shredder.
Ooh, that's what the in our last campaign our
Yeah,
our
it was a nice
Reaper
thing to have.
had shredder
We've
that
also
was
got
right
Lick
at-
Your Wounds. That's interesting.
You know, that was something similar to what I had last campaign, and it didn't
Yeah.
work as well. So what was that again, Glenn?
So Lick
So-
Your Wounds. So you hunker
Oh,
down.
hunker down. Oh, okay. Okay.
You restore 2 health up to a maximum of 8, and it removes poison burning and
Removes
acid burning.
But you have to hunker down.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that she's only got 5 health, when she's fully healed, could make.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to have blue and pink stats or something.
But
Okay,
Shredder's
so Shredder.
cool. We also have
Yeah.
Impulse, which is something that Final does. He moves and then
Yeah.
attacks.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
We were going the Saboteur route and we skipped Shadow Grenade, which is pretty cool. But then again, we're also like, oh yeah, Shadow only lasts for a turn. Although later on, I think we do. Oh, Blood Trail was another one.
Yeah, I mean the shadow grenades would be like every, pod of aliens that you meet, you could greet them with a grenade.
Right. This Silent Killer.
Yeah, but you got to
Stay
kill 'em.
safely in shadow during. Yeah, well, this kind of like Blood Trail would be we're mopping them up,
Right.
Yep.
But is that in line with kind of how we like to use him?
Not really. We have
Yeah.
Sting. Ooh, hollow
Oh,
targets.
there you go. And rupture. Ooh.
And guaranteed to remain in the shadow.
Although, as we found out, shadow only lasts. Well, yeah, if there were things that allowed you to stay in shadow longer than just one turn.
Well, but this is something you could use before you break out of shadow.
Right.
So I mean, their personal shadow is one thing, but
Right.
when you start concealed, you could be using this
Right.
until you decide to come out. Yeah, that's definitely a nice one.
Yeah, Sting
Yeah.
is good. Like I said, Shadow Grenadier is interesting. Shredder was interesting.
Yeah, Shredder's
Soul
definitely one
Harvest.
to probably come.
Soul Harvest
He's
was
cool.
better with the old mechanics.
That's probably why they
Yeah.
toned it down a little bit.
And then Impulse.
No, Impulse costs 20, and what was the other top one in that row?
Sting is 22.
22.
And I think Shredder is also 20, yeah.
Oh boy. So look at Sting again. that. Just imagine, okay, and 2 charges per mission required, 0 cooldown.
It's interesting that it's got 2 charges. That was a one-time thing in
Right.
War of the Chosen, or once per mission.
And what's its regular? What are the other stats that we can't see here?
The other
+5, and the rupture is the thing. It's like, hey, there's the big bad guy that we want to kill. And I guess you could have say you've got a sharpshooter, and final does sting, so it's hollow targeted plus rupture.
Now the only thing to remember is whoever it is that we target, we'd probably want to take that person out the following turn because, you know, final, he's going to get revealed when we all get revealed. But who knows? I mean, but yeah, I like this a lot. I like this. I like Impulse. I like Shredder. I mean, I like all of these a lot. Neil, what were you leaning towards one?
I think Sting sounds like a good one. I think it adds a new dimension. You know, like you're saying, that one thing that you want to take down, that helps you do it.
Right. Okay. Why don't we do it?
We'll have to see how that rupture works. It's just kind of weird wording. It ruptures for 1. I'm guessing.
Well, I think
it's like
rupture
+1
was
for every
3
attack.
before in our last campaign.
Yeah, and it was a bonus to damage for all other.
Every other attack.
This is like a mini rupture, but you know, tack that on to the hollow targeting.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a nice thing to have.
All right, let's do it. Nice. So that was final. Shay, we're gonna skip over. Anastasia. So Anastasia has Ghost Walker. That's interesting. Deep cover. Hail of bullets, which is not bad since she's got a shotgun. 3 ammo, 5 turn cooldown.
That is interesting.
She had passed up lightning reflexes to get slug shot because she has the good aim. The other thing I think we'd been looking at with her was the idea of the arc thrower stuff.
So disorient is kind of like our stun grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if you miss, you at least disorient.
I mean, the one thing about that hunker down ability is if you're like, okay, I want to move up, but I'm not going to be able to get there this turn. You know, you
which
can
we do a
automatically
lot
hunker
with
down.
our soldiers. Is like we're just moving them.
Well, especially, you know, an assault. It's okay, I need to get close.
Right.
But I'm not going to be able to attack this turn. That could be nice. You would be able to dash them and still have them hunker down. But yeah, I think, you know, lightning reflexes is definitely a key assault ability.
Oh, that's interesting. You can reload and move and they'll still hunker down.
And the hail of bullets is a great one for assault, just because you're like, you know, I'm so far away I can't hit anything, but now I can.
Yeah.
Now,
range does not matter. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are more experienced with that. One question I always had was, so with an assault, you've got your regular shotgun, but then you have like both barrels. Is that like a separate?
That's the Ranger.
Okay, so the Ranger. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's still a separate weapon for Ranger.
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So like gunners have their knife, and some other people have pistols, or actually, we have to give them pistols, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking. I mean, Ranger or assault. The one thing is when they can't close with their enemy.
Yeah.
They're out of luck. I mean, that's the nice thing about the stun thing is like even if you miss, you're going to disorient. You know. Yeah. But being able to do shotgun damage.
Well, she only had. Well, we do have some pooled points, so let's consider that we have 20.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Well, no, but we've got 20 points. We have 20 points for her.
Otherwise, I would say, you know, lightning reflex is obviously a good one.
Yeah, that is a nice thing. Like I said, it's like I know when we first started with her, we're like, wow, she's got great aim, Her mobility is pretty good too, but we were like,
I mean,
her
Slug
aim
Shot's
is
a nice ability. It's
Yeah.
partly for the the range, not having the range penalty, but also just the armor penetration.
Yep.
Yeah, especially later on, that's going to become more and more important.
Yeah.
It's going to be more and more armor.
So what do we think? I mean, I do like lightning reflexes. I think that's a front runner. Deep cover, like I said, is defensive, but like I said, it also allows us to get her
So
in
what
a
is
position.
hunker down? Is it like 50?
It's
what is
plus 40 defense, I think.
It was similar defense to, like
Full
going
cover.
from low cover to high cover, maybe even better. But it also was like a dodge bonus, like a big dodge bonus, or like you couldn't be critically hit, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice, but
It's
and it
just
is cheap
more
too.
defensive. Yeah, it's 10 points. It's more defensive. Lightning reflexes,
Well, part of this whole thing is like, if you guys can figure out tactics to use, that's like, yeah, that's something that not only can we, we understand how to use it, but we'll remember to use it.
Yeah.
There's been
Well, I mean,
times
I
we
just
wanted
think,
to use it, and I would go with
because
something like that.
the shotgun damage is great. You just have to be close range to use it. But
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
hail of bullets, it's not true anymore.
Yeah. Well, slug shot, like I said, there's no aim penalty with this. And I remember we took that over lightning reflexes, but now we can have both. We can have her run and gun and take shots without getting hit, and still be able to use her shotgun
Right.
at range. So I
think,
kind of lean towards
as
this.
far as, as far as price goes, we can go with that, and then later on we can get her something else. But it's also good to look at some of these abilities so they can be sitting in our brain thinking, how do we
Yeah, no, I think
use this?
can't go along with lightning reflexes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let's get her there. Beatrice is a Haven advisor, not available. Chris is in. Oh, Chris can. Oh, that's nice.
Huh.
Hi, Chris. So Chris is our support grenadier currently, and he does have the blue screen bombs. So we've got deep cover for him. We have flush, and we have shredder, which are all nice.
Yeah.
Then we also have the whole needle, sapper, center mass. We know these skills.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's kind of the same boat as Brian, the opposite, side, where it's your grenade inventory kind of determines what good grenade skills are.
Mhm.
So I just don't know if the top grenade skills, really benefit him.
Yeah, heavy ordnance, not so much, because he's already committed
Yeah.
to saying, hey,
Right.
let's use the grenade stomp for
Right.
this. Allowing him to have, 2 protective grenades and then 2 destructive grenades isn't a bad thing. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the only thing that makes sense for him, I see, would be something like the defensive skills, like that first one, the hunker down one, or that sergeant one in the middle row for him.
I like
Formidable.
formidable, yes. Yeah.
Considering that we want him to be a little bit more, if he's going to be our officer,
And he is in
he's
officer
gonna be-
training, that is true.
yeah, we want him protected.
Actually, to me, that just made the decision right there.
Right. The only other thing would be, just sit on the points, maybe something later on. But yeah, otherwise, I'd say formidable is a good one for him.
Let's do it. Let's give it to him.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's not as scared to lead from the front now.
Exactly.
And we've got some other folks that are Haven advisors. Shigeru, who is our other shinobi, and he has been going down. Oh yeah, we gave him combatives rather than shadow step, so we should probably
get shadow
get
step.
him shadow step.
Although he's only got 14 points right now.
We can hold off. I mean, we can wait.
Yeah, we can hold
we've
off.
got 24 pooled points. We could actually.
Right.
I think we should give it to him. To be honest, I think it's kind
Okay.
of a semi-necessary skill for all shinobis to have.
Right. No, I agree.
Yeah,
Especially
I
since
think that's a good choice.
we
Yeah.
don't have a overflowing number of shinobis.
Yeah,
You want to keep
this is true.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that, and then the only other one we got here is Louise, who is our other grenadier. She went needle grenades, so she still went the
Right.
destructive route, but went needles. Now, granted, she's only corporal, but she has very high combat intelligence. So, if we wanted to consider giving her like
Well, what are
sapper or
her
something-
XCOM abilities?
Well, she's
Damn
got
good
damn
ground.
good ground and steady hands. She's only a corporal. She will
Yeah.
have resilience. And we can hold off on her. I mean, yeah, I thought she had enough to get at least a Lance Corporal ability, but
No, we can wait. We can wait on her.
we'll wait. Yeah,
Nothing-
let's.
Nothing
let's-
crucial for her.
Yeah. All right. So that didn't
All right.
take up the whole night.
No,
Just part of it.
but
Yeah.
it's like Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
What are these abilities?
Well, especially the XCOM abilities. You know, it's like, what are these abilities? And
Yeah,
some of them benefit
Well-
certain classes more than others.
right. Some of them are like, that doesn't work.
All right. So we
13
got our
days.
engineers clearing some alien debris. Yay.
Okay.
The other one's in the resistance ring, making our covert actions take a little less time.
Okay.
Let's get out there. That was good. That was good.
These findings will likely prove
And
crucial
turret
for our
breakdown.
ongoing efforts, Commander.
What does that
Advent
get
doesn't
us?
Okay.
seem to have any issues stationing
Shredder
close
matrix.
autonomous weapons in
Ah.
close proximity to the people in those cities.
That.
Really shows you how
So
much
we got a
they-
Would
new
be
facility
useful.
that we can do,
Yeah. Hopefully we won't need that for a long
and
time.
shredder rounds,
That will be nice.
removing enemy armor. So they do exactly what they say they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's always nice to bypass armor, but sometimes you need to shred it. The big question is kind of who would you give that ammunition to in a situation?
Whoever we just gave the ability where they bypass armor and do an additional shred. And I think that was you, Brian, actually.
Yeah, but that's with grenade.
Yeah. I guess it'd be someone like
But it's-
like a gunner who's not Pete, who's actually good at hitting
Right.
things. Or a
Right.
He's got high
ranger.
aim.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
it's somebody that you want to be able to. It's like, okay, this guy's got a lot of armor, or a lot of hit points, I guess you could say. So we're not going to kill him, but we need to shred the armor so that everybody else can hit him without hitting the armor, so we can kill him.
Yeah.
So it could be like,
Keep those in
I
mind.
mean, maybe a sniper. Actually, you know what? I think that could be more useful for a sniper to shred than to pierce armor.
It's something we can look at when we get there.
Yeah. But anyway,
We got some data pad decryption we can do for intel. And then we've got 3 autopsies and experimental weapons. Oh, I'm sorry, we have more autopsies.
Yeah, I'd continue on our autopsy train
Yeah.
for now. I don't have a preference, you know, which one goes first.
Right, I mean-
kind of don't either.
Yeah,
I
unless
think we've
there's
been
something-
going down here. We kind of bypassed these 3 and we were doing
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
at
fine.
least. So,
I don't have a preference.
yeah, Berserker and then Faceless, and we'll see what those.
This fearsome creature.
yeah.
While
See what
most
they
of
got
my
for us.
involvement in the chip
All right. Bond training in 3 days. Good lord, so many interruptions.
Commander, we're picking up an
Uh-oh.
emergency transponder signal. It looks
Okay.
This has never gone well for us.
Yeah, it really makes you think twice about
And there will be lost.
loss.
Glad we got
Okay.
between the eyes.
Well, and we should figure out who's gonna take pistols.
Mexico.
Oh, and we got Aaron,
Commander,
who's been
you
recruited to
should
New
be
Mexico.
aware. We're detecting lost activity in this area.
Four
All right.
Citizens will need to be especially vigilant.
Okay.
Barracks. So, oh shoot. You know, I think I mentioned this last time and I totally forgot. Was
Yeah.
just before covert action becomes to
Right.
pull our Haven
Yep.
advisors. Ah, poop. Okay, so we got Astrid, we've got Anastasia. And then we've got some tired people.
Well, maybe our 2 sharpshooters can just set up a position where we can blow everybody away. And then Pete can suppress and...
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, having Pete, I think, is a good idea. His suppression would be nice.
We don't have any grenadiers.
Yeah.
Do we want to give some pistols out?
Probably. Yeah, they all need to be equipped. We can start with Jane. Jane, let's get you your laser lance. And your alloy plating. Actually, yeah. So we got enough alloy plating to give everybody some.
Okay.
We can also give them armor-piercing rounds.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Who do you want to give the med kits to?
Probably Pete and Anastasia. So the 2 sharpshooters probably don't need them so much.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. We can give her a pistol in case she needs it.
Yep.
Okay.
She's good.
And then weapon upgrades. Not much. We can give her the expanded magazine though, probably.
Yeah, might as well. That way
Yeah.
she
And we'll
can
see
just
if
start killing.
what Pete should have his special weapon, but we'll
Yeah.
see. Cool. So, actually, let's go to Pete next. Hi, Pete. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, there we go.
I'm doing
All right.
good. Ready for some mayhem.
Yeah. So we can give him his armor. Give him med kit. Do we need to give him? I don't think we need to give him anything else, do we? Especially because
No,
there's
he doesn't
Lost
need
out
any-
there.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree.
Yeah.
Just
Alright.
give me my gun and lots of ammo.
Yeah. He's like, I'm done. Are we done here? Can I go out? Can I kill stuff now? Interesting. Okay, well, we do have a shotgun for her. We don't have a scatter ray, but hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
She gets some alloy plating. She gets a
Yeah,
med
with her
kit.
health. That's scary.
And
You can give her the vest if you want.
yeah, I was gonna say we can give her the best. Gives her 2 more hit points, minus 25 crit.
Yep.
Give her a little boost. And then we have our other
Astrid.
sharpshooter,
Yeah.
Astrid. Astrid. I'm afraid. Oh, Astrid. Ooh, that's interesting. The marksman's rifle has a scope on it. I think we can give her that.
Okay.
We will give her her alloy. Oh, and whoops. She should have a pistol.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. But other than that, I think she's pretty much good to go. And for combat sims, I don't know if we want to give Anastasia the health, but you know,
I mean, a sniper doesn't necessarily. I mean,
I was thinking
Right,
for
they need
Anastasia.
yeah.
Well, she's got 6 health. That's not too bad. You know,
Oh, I thought she
Pete's only
had
got
4.
8.
Oh, that's with the vest, though.
Yeah.
I think they're good.
But yeah, I think we're
Okay.
yeah, because it costs 25 supplies to build a scatter ray, so we don't have enough for that.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
let's send them out there.
Let's-
And I have to say,
but who-
while this is loading, I'll be right back. So,
Okay. Do you remember who we're trying to save?
Uh,
Mom?
one of our other specialists I know was on the mission. Forget who was with them.
Oh, it
Margarita.
was Margarita. Yeah.
Yeah, and I forget who was with them though.
It might have been Mom because I didn't see Mom come up anywhere else.
Could be. I wouldn't be surprised if it was an assault, if it's Mom or somebody else. But I mean,
Gotta say,
having 4
Mom.
people instead of 2 rescuers should help.
Yeah.
You've got no time to waste. Break cover and move to the extraction point on the double.
Oh man. I was gonna take Pete and Jane.
All right. Well, let's see. Actually,
Did you want to check out who are?
well, I have mouse but no keyboard.
Oh.
All right, my bladder's gladder.
I was saying I can
Uh,
use the mouse but not the keyboard.
Oh, really?
And
All right.
I have no sound.
Well, sound, I cannot help you.
Yeah.
But
Well,
there.
we're trying to figure out who we're rescuing.
There we go. All right. You should have keyboard ability now, Neil.
Let me wait a second. Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna look to see the map. So we got this big obstacle in our way. I think this is the building that didn't have cover at this
Yeah.
edge.
Correct.
Right.
It's only got
But
it on the
otherwise-
sides.
Otherwise, it was like this part, the middle part's the same, I think. And
Yeah.
we met a grenadier and a trooper,
Oh, incendiary grenades.
and
Good.
Donna and Margarita.
yep. Okay, so that's
Well, at least Donna's got 11 health.
And it looks like Margarita's got a med kit, and they both have laser weapons, which is nice.
Yeah.
yeah. They were
Hopefully-
like we kept them equipped from whatever mission they were on, so they're pretty well equipped, I think.
Yeah.
No, I was telling Neil I'll take Pete and Jane.
All right.
Who wants to take the breakout group, and who wants to take?
Tell you what, I have been taking the breakout group lately. So
Okay.
on Neil, unless you want to do it, I can take
Nope,
Donna and
I can do it.
Crypto. Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Well, let's
You want to start here?
let's
Yeah, we can start here.
Yeah. All right. So we got Donna. Donna has lightning reflexes, close and personal. She's got the killer instinct. Oh yeah, that's right. We'll have fun with that one. And extra conditioning. Oh, that's right. Yeah, run and gun
That's good.
cooldowns reduced. Yeah.
That's very good for this mission.
All right, so she can come up and hopefully, and let's see what kind of damage she does. She does 5 to 8. So she can probably take out the Grenadier. And it looks like, and Marguerite does 4 to 7. So, are there windows? Oh, there's a door. I was gonna say, so if Margarita went here and didn't kill the trooper, Donna could come in and finish it off, and well, I don't know. There are no guarantees in life.
No.
Right, like the shotgun's probably a kill, but doesn't look like Margarita can guarantee it.
Yeah, but I can put her in here so that the Grenadier can't just, lob a grenade in. I'm thinking that's the first thing, is can she kill the trooper?
What about Crypto? She doesn't have any special abilities.
She does, it's just that Donna can definitely kill hers, whichever one, because she's got run and gun, and hell, she doesn't even need run and gun. Neither of them need run and
Right.
gun to get to this person, but to get the Grenadier, like, she could come here and kill it for sure. Well, not for sure, but pretty good
I think
chance.
with her close and personal, it'd be a very good chance.
Yeah, it's just that Margarita is got a good chance of killing the trooper. It's just not as sure
I'd say
as Donna.
The Grenadier. Yeah, that's a tough decision.
So I was
'Cause,
like,
you definitely want to kill the Grenadier so you don't have to worry about,
yeah, I mean, I'd like to
Grenades
think
and
it's
stuff
not
like
going to throw grenades because it doesn't want the Lost here either.
It
But
doesn't care. He
I
knows the
think-
Lost are going to chase after us.
It's going to be, let's try Crypto first.
Yep, I think that's a good idea. Because if you kill him, it's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
All
right.
Okay.
Well done. All right,
I like
we'll
that.
come back to Donna. You
Okay.
guys go ahead and run up.
Neil, you got Astrid and is this an all-girl group? No, except Pete.
Yeah, it's Pete, Astrid, Jane, and
Jane.
Anastasia.
Okay.
Well, let's
Yeah, I'd
see.
say
Let's.
whoever we can get on top of that building and then have basically, I guess everybody got on top of that building. Although it'd be nice to meet you guys halfway.
So let's see. This is.
So there's drain pipes on the far right,
Right.
far left.
Let me move. Move her up to here then.
Yeah, and I think we're pretty much. It always seems to be about the same. That group of Advent is just on the other side of that brick wall.
Right.
Right. Now Anastasia does not need to go over, but I don't want her to block the drain pipe either.
Okay, I'll see where Jane can get to. Oops. Oh, pokey puppy. So she can't get all the way.
Yeah, and I don't think
So
we have
let's
to worry
go to
about cover this turn.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just get
getting
it
as
right
far
there. then.
forward. Yeah.
Already there.
I think Pete, as I recall, Pete had pretty good movement.
I think he does.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
pretty good movement. Yeah, 13.
So could
Well,
could she get further than that?
She can move to the
Or
drain
else-
pipe. Let me go ahead and move her
Okay,
to the
yeah.
drain pipe then.
Good to go.
It'd be nice if she could move just up the drain pipe, but okay, we'll get Pete right behind her then. Whoops. Yep,
Yeah, we
right.
can put him there.
Like a lot of running.
Just follow Anastasia up the pipe.
Well, basically, everybody go up the pipe, and then we'll have to see from there. But at least our two snipers can hopefully.
Running and gunning. Running.
All right. Yeah,
95%
you saw us
chance.
grab our stuff.
Very good. Two
Impressive.
down.
16.
Now run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Anastasia will move first. So
Probably just beyond that, or right around
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
well,
That
I guess I
might not
can
be
move her
bad.
in.
Yeah, she might see something.
I was say it's not
Whatever
like
you
you
say.
guys are concealed or anything.
No. Let me see how.
Wait.
Yeah, let me see what I can do with Jane. Yeah, in fact, Jane's perfect. She's not gonna be able to shoot, so I'll put her right here for right now, and I'll put Pete on the side. So let's. Yeah, I'll put Pete right
Come on,
there.
let's
He
go,
might see
move.
something. Evidently not. So what do we want to do now? Move just Pete up to the edge? See what he can see?
The thing is, I don't. Unless there's a little bit of cover right there, I don't know that there's cover at the edge.
No, there's nothing there.
So we
Yeah,
can
that's the
just,
thing. I think when you move to the edge, I wouldn't be surprised if you trigger the next group.
that was my
Okay.
thought too. I mean, I think the furthest we want to go
So-
if we do go forward is towards the end of the skylight.
Yeah, like right here.
Yeah, and that, yeah.
Huh. The only problem is for Jane. I'm trying to think of. So what can she do next turn as far as if she moves?
She's either gonna move and steady her weapon, move fire pistol, move hollow target. Depending on what we find.
Yeah, maybe she can hollow target so that Astrid can have a better shot. Pete can suppress. That sounds like a plan, right?
I think so. Should
Okay.
be alright.
Actually, do we want to move? Is it Astrid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can get her up.
Because I tell you what, I'll just move Pete up. Yeah, get her up and see if she can. Actually, we might have to move Pete. I don't think she can get past Pete or me.
Well, I was considering moving her over here.
Okay, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
That way
She
she can
wouldn't
get
be as high,
eyeballs.
but depending on what she sees, she'd have line of
Right.
sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, height is height.
Right.
Right.
So let me do that for her.
Oh my god!
Oh.
That's just our luck.
Cool red?
Well, maybe Pete can suppress now.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Or maybe Jane might even. I mean, I should
Oh.
probably have a shot, but
Actually, she might. It'd be interesting to see if she can hollow target this turn. And no.
no. But let's go to Pete in that case.
Yep.
Ah. So he. And those two he can probably area suppress. Of course, that leaves the officer. So do we want to do that then? Suppress the sergeant and the gunner and then try to figure out how to kill the officer?
There, you can see who you can suppress.
Well, yeah, but with his new suppression, he might be able to... Oh, I think that covers the... That might cover everybody.
Definitely covers those two.
I think it covers everybody.
Well, you can try it and see. I think that's
Yeah.
what his best bet.
Oh, remember, it only cover them even if it, because he's got to be able to see them to suppress them.
Right. Okay, you're right. Okay.
But still,
well,
that's two of them.
That's how you want to play
yeah,
it?
that's two of them.
Tell you what, let's go ahead and have you guys do your thing.
So,
So
Anastasia.
the big question is where to put Jane.
Actually, if you can target the heavy gunner, can we do F1 on it to see what cool new thing it has?
A bad thing. Area suppression.
Area suppression.
Locked
It's
on.
got a frag grenade. That's no fun. Oh, and it has locked on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, he's suppressed. That's good.
Yeah.
I kind of like to send her off towards the officer, but I guess she'd have to get into this building and wait till next turn.
Which is okay.
But I don't think
It goes to the
running
skill
gun
we were looking
really-
at in the training school of what was it? Deep cover, where you
Right.
you go into hunker down.
Yeah. I think that's what I'll do. I don't think running gun makes sense this turn.
Yeah, we can save it for next
Yeah.
turn.
Seems doable.
And now that you know where they are, you can position Jane to shoot next turn.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about, where they might be.
I guess I might as well put her like right here then.
Well, she only sees one from there.
What I'd like for her to see is that stupid. But we also don't know where the officer's going to go.
True.
I mean, what about if I put her all the way out here?
Well, there's no
She
cover.
has no cover.
I know, but
Well, that's the downside to that.
If you want to see how far she can go, you might have to rotate to see if she can. But I mean, we'd have to go pretty far to be able to see that officer because it's tucked behind the storage container.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the officer. I mean, I'd worry about shooting the other two.
I guess I'll just stick her right here.
Well, she can only see the sergeant there. Oh, no, I guess she can see both. I guess that one thing is if you move her farther down the building, she'll be in position for that middle group that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. So she can see both of them right there?
Yep.
Yeah. You have to look for the target rectangle to the left of their health bar. If it shows up,
I know,
it
but-
means
But see, this one was all red. What is that?
Well,
mean?
one's squad sight and one's not. The diamond means she sees it through squad sight.
Oh. Yeah.
Is it clear?
Oh, what the? Well, okay, there she's a target now. I don't know
It'll be
why she moved
alright.
down there.
Alright. Well, as we said, these two are running.
Yeah, I don't want to find a
Actually-
second group yet, but
It's a good point. So tell you what, Donna, that's as far as you can
Get
go
inside.
anyway. We're gonna try something different this time.
Mhm.
We're gonna try keeping them on the ground instead of being up in that building.
Phew. Not surprised. Whew.
All right.
Heavy fire!
I still don't see how she ended up on the ground, but
A muton and a viper.
Viper.
That's not too
fine.
bad.
Well, at least they came. I like how I'm like, at least they came my way and not your guys' way.
Well, Pete didn't
let's-
get a chance to kill them.
Let me just look. I'm sure she can run and gun this officer if she wants, although she wouldn't be able to kill it, but she could
Yeah.
always stun it too. Unfortunately, Jane's probably going to have to move. I can have Astrid. Let me check Astrid first.
Yeah, see what Astrid can do.
Is Pete, I imagine, will be doing the same thing he did last time, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got the rapid targeting. So 63 and 44.
She didn't have a shot on the officer though.
She does, but the officer's going to be Anastasia's responsibility. So I'm thinking just have her hollow target and shoot the gunner if she can.
Yeah, but so we're gonna have a live officer.
That's Anastasia can stun or shoot.
Well, we're still gonna have a live officer who's ready to shoot right back at her.
If he's stunned, he can't shoot though.
What's her chance of stunning?
Should be pretty good if she gets right next to him.
Oh, okay. I have no faith in anything that I do anymore since I can't even move somebody.
So we will try the gunner.
Give us a little boost there.
And then we'll see. That's her best shot.
Take it.
Nope. No good.
Let's just knock off the giggling.
Alright, so let's see. I was thinking back here.
It's probably the safest spot.
Oh,
Yep, I think we'll try that.
Coming for ya!
There we go.
I mean, I could go here instead.
The only thing with that is if this doesn't work, she's out in the open.
Right.
Versus,
the gunner can see her.
that's true too. Yeah. This way, only the officer can see her.
Yeah, we'll play it a little safe.
By the way, I don't see a reinforcements counter.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So
I hope
since
so.
we should kill it. I think we're gonna go stun.
So 96%.
Yep.
Sleep tight.
And then we'll work on him.
Okay, so we waste another turn with Jane by moving her back up where she can't shoot or do anything this next turn?
Well, if you move her to flank the gunner and sergeant, then you can let Pete do his stuff.
Oh, but also that. Oh, that's right. The Muton is.
And she'll even get a pistol shot on the sergeant. Or she can steady her weapon, either one.
All right,
See
I'll
what
go.
kind of a shot she's got. Huh. How's it allowing?
Another thing she could do is just hollow target the sergeant.
The sergeant or the gunner?
The gunner's already hollow targeted.
Yeah, so Astrid.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. So this is the sergeant? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Pete has got enough ammo to do what he did last time.
He can move closer. It'll give him a better chance of hitting him.
I just don't want to.
Just make sure you center the screen on where the space you want to go, and that'll reduce the chances of going to the wrong
Jumping
spot.
off the side of a cliff.
Yeah,
Where are we going?
exactly.
Well, it's like that one. I had absolutely no idea that that was going to happen.
Yeah. And this should area suppress all three of them, because he can see all three of them.
No,
There you go.
that one right there.
I'm on a rampage.
Okay, guys, how are you going to tackle this? So you got a Mouton?
Good question. A Mouton and a Viper. Got another turn before running guns available.
What kind of
Got
shots
a
do you have?
protocol. We got. I can flashbang. Would bring the Lost. Let's see. So he's got counterattack. He's got an alien grenade, a bayonet. He can suppress. He's got good aim, decent movement.
Yeah.
The Viper likes to pull us towards it and do bad things to us.
How much movement does the Mouton have?
They both have 14.
Oh, okay.
I
was thinking if you guys-
get us towards
Yeah.
the Viper.
That's what I was thinking too. Unfortunately, there's no guarantees of.
And I want to keep us spread out. So Margarita's immune to
Right.
poison. She's got a med kit, so I'm not worried about poison spit. And then for Donna, well, actually, what is the stun chance? Not great at the moment. Probably doesn't get much better. But she could also take the place where Margarita is and steady her weapon for next turn, where she'll get the plus 40 to aim and crit on her next shot. And then she could run up and take out that Mouton for sure.
That sounds.
You could also, have her move upstairs, like dash her upstairs, so she wouldn't have to use run and gun. Depending on, if the Mouton and Viper move.
Right.
And then she could use run and gun the next turn to get whichever one she doesn't kill.
True. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and move. Yeah, let's go ahead and move her up.
You see, then Margarita could just 8 protocol herself and kind of stay there as a decoy.
Actually, that is a wonderful idea. Actually, does anyone here need 8 protocol?
They're all suppressed.
One who had her
off
flanked is
the-
stunned. The others are suppressed, and
Yeah.
I mean they could. That would be another option.
Alright.
Just Moutons are a little scary.
Yeah. I think you guys have got the scarier enemies, although.
I mean, she's
Jane-
got the armor and the health and everything. So
And I'm gonna take this shot.
yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yep.
Grazed it. Take the red fog.
Yep.
Well, and plus easier to kill next time.
There's a dead
that's
sergeant.
Dead.
Yep.
Oh, he moved too. That's not good.
Oh, Pete doing what Pete
Unfortunately,
does.
he's out of ammo. Well, the other guy
Well.
was stunned anyway, but
Yeah.
perfect. That's Pete in action.
There's
That's
your
one
gate
miss.
protocol.
Thank goodness. Okay, they heard me talking. That's not cool.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Let's kill our officer.
Yep. Now this guy, unfortunately, Marlon cannot kill herself, but he's
Slingshot?
going to be. Well,
Astrid,
she will just shoot him, but you know, Pete can suppress him, and since he's flanked, if he moves, Pete will have a shot at him. So I'll just keep her here and have her whittle.
Okay. Yeah, Pete can reload and suppress.
Oh.
It's still moving.
Actually, what about Astrid? Does she have?
Oh. Actually, Jane can help the other people. Looks like.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, let's check Astrid.
Okay, go ahead and check Astrid. Yeah, because I know
Oh,
she
yeah.
had a shot on.
That
Yeah, she
Viper
can
would be excellent.
Kill that
because it's-
Viper.
Yeah, that Viper would be awesome.
Well, 94%. But anyway, go
well,
ahead and
she
check
also
Astrid.
has the armor-piercing ammo, but yeah, I kind of agree. But okay, we'll check Astrid first.
You're gonna get dizzy here.
All right. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just her shot's not that good.
You could always move her behind cover and hollow target.
Right.
Just set it up for Pete to reload and suppress again.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me move her here. I should have had her hollow target before. But still, this will help
Yeah.
Pete.
I think hollow
Okay.
targeting actually ends your turn, so I'm glad you did that first.
No, but if he had done
Right, but I'm
this
saying I should
before,
have done her turn
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
yeah.
So which one do
Okay.
you want? The Mouton or the Viper?
I mean, I don't. She's got.
Well,
She
Donna's
could probably kill the Viper.
Oh, she's got death from above. So yeah, kill the Viper and
Yeah.
yeah.
And then that would leave, 2 on the Mouton, which sounds pretty good versus
yeah.
2 different
I mean, if
parties.
nothing else, then you can always stun the Mouton and Jane can kill it next turn.
Or she can also hollow target the Mouton.
But yeah,
Let
I
me-
think
so-
Viper first.
Let me see what kind of damage she's doing. 5 to 8. So, oh, that's the Mouton. So 5 to 8 means she's got pretty good chance of killing it.
Yep.
And then she can hollow target
Yeah.
the Mouton.
Worst case, she at least removes the Overwatch, which is nice.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't notice that. But yeah, you're right.
Overwatch removed.
Big deal.
With penalty, with prejudice. So hollow target the Mouton, or do you think you're gonna need that?
Might as well.
Might as well, yeah. Steadying the
I mean, I can
weapon
also-
isn't going to help.
There it is. Hollow target. Yeah. Oh, she can't even see the other guy. So, okay. Is it plus 10 or 15?
Plus 10. I'll take every percent I can get.
Okay, so Pete is gonna reload.
Better to have a gun and not need it.
Aw. Okay, I was about to say.
Not going to let the terrorists win.
Nice.
Okay. Now it's 2 on.
Yeah.
And do we have lost incoming, or is this just a?
Not
So
yet, I
far,
don't think.
nothing. Which
And like
is,
you say, no reinforcements, which is weird, but good.
yeah. All right. Donna. I would like to get Donna behind some cover of some sort in case this doesn't work out.
Well, you've
That
got
looks-
2.
Looks
Well,
like
I think
it's full cover.
The safe thing would be to drop right next to it and just stun it.
That is
Because
actually,
then-
yeah.
Jane can probably one-shot it next turn, but if she doesn't, she can
Yeah.
kill the turn after.
Who are you? Your worst nightmare.
That's not a bad option either. At 95% crit.
Eat this.
Oh, you bastard. Okay. I took the greedy way out.
Well, no, I think I would have had to done the same thing. Is she gonna have a shot on it?
She will.
How
It's
many-
not going to be the great shot.
This is when you wish you had, what is that, ability with the...
Shoot. That was me being greedy. The smart... Oh, okay, there's the thing for the loss. The smart thing would have been to stun, like Neil suggested.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, he barely
Whoa.
survived.
Well, that's because she missed her shot. If she hadn't missed, you know, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
Pete did his work.
This is bad.
Oh, stunned. Not good. Okay, let's finish off the officer.
Yep.
Donna will give you the chance to...
I'm going.
Well, Donna's stunned. Yeah.
Yeah, well, can you pick up Donna?
Well, she'll be fine in 2 turns, but
You know
I'll
that.
need Jane's
I
help
know.
to take out the.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I'll
very
see if Jane,
neat.
if,
I got the thing.
if Jane can take out the Mouton, then you can just pick up. If you can pick her up, that would be best. Just
Well,
to make just.
She doesn't need to be picked up. I just need to revive her. That's all.
Oh, that's right. You've got the yeah. Well, there you go. It's like just cover some ground.
I've got something.
Okay, cover some
Nicely.
ground.
There you go.
And
She's gonna reload so she can
yeah,
kill a bunch of things that sneak up on us.
I do believe there's some loot to be grabbed.
Is it right? Oh, that's right. Tell you what, I'll get Pete. Pete will come down here.
Right, yes.
There's no one
Here
on the
we
map
go.
yet, so he'll come down here.
Ooh,
Superior perception.
good.
This is like taking candy
First look
from
on
Yeah.
that Sims.
candy-hating baby.
Yep. See witches. Might as well. Huh. Oh, that's his luck. And depth of perception.
This
Okay.
is to share. Look at me. To share.
All right.
Grab the loot, revive, or I guess
Yeah, reviving should allow us to just get the loot.
grab the loot. Yeah.
Sorry about that, Donna. That was a poor decision on my part. And
No, I didn't realize that Marguerite couldn't get up there to have a shot on it.
Let's see. Astrid.
So you can just get in good position, find a nice high place, like where next to where either on the roof where
Right.
Jane was supposed to be, or
Over back here. And I guess she doesn't have a stock, does she?
she does
No.
not.
So we will just...
I'll
Really?
put it back in the
we'll see if any lost. Grab the loot and run. Oh, a core, very nice.
Where do you want it?
I'll tell you what. I don't want to leave my buddy behind.
Yeah.
So let's do a
Back
quick
in.
reload.
How far can?
Covering now.
All right, swarms coming by us. Dang it.
Not good.
Well, at least there's no funky loss. They're just lost.
Yeah. Well, let's get her in a position to help take out the lost. So Jane can take out. And Pete might be able to suppress the group. We'll see if he can move up and suppress the group or something, or what he can do for right now. Let me go to Pete and see what he can do. So
Well, he doesn't have to suppress them. I mean, we could just have him. Actually, if you want, we can start with Donna and Margarita, see how far they can
Okay.
dash,
Okay. Okay.
and then it might be a good idea to have Pete,
Overwatch. He can go on
Uh,
Overwatch.
well, move up and,
Move
suppress, because Overwatch will only let him shoot one of them, whereas if he's able to get
True.
area suppression, he can shoot as many as he can see.
And if I can get Jane to take out the guy in the building.
Well,
So
Astrid's
yeah, let's
got
move
one
Astrid.
shot,
Okay.
so she will take
Oh, the
it.
guy in the building. Okay, yeah. He's the one I was worried that Jane might have a shot at. He's a sneaky one. Oh,
Cheers.
that was not the one I thought she had.
Well, Jane's got one shot.
Well, I guess she might as well take it. It's gonna make it maybe a little harder for Pete to get.
Well, in this case, he can just do Overwatch.
So she's going to. Dang it, I can't holo target anybody. She didn't have another target.
I mean, I guess if they get close enough, you could always do the pistol Overwatch, but
That's true. I mean, worst case scenario.
Got it covered.
So I'll just reload him and
I'll hurry it up, all right?
That
All
way.
I had today is like 6 gummy bears and some scotch. Yeah, right?
well, let's see how he is on Overwatch now. Well, he killed one.
that'll
Too
holy
low?
shit. Did you see that?
I don't think they can attack. Can they? Yeah, okay. Well, run and we'll take out the hindmost.
sounds good.
You could have Jane shoot one just to make sure
Oh,
you don't
just-
run out of sight.
Okay.
I mean, I don't
Uh,
think you will, but
Yeah, just in case. So they're both 4s. Okay.
Do the same thing with Astrid, actually.
Yeah.
I
Down.
got one.
Okay, Astrid, your turn. Actually, Astrid might not. Does she have a shot? Okay. We can holo target, just in case she needs that little boost. Nope, doesn't need it.
I hate to say
Okay.
I told you so.
and we will let Kit just because we have
This
one.
might sting
Yes.
a little.
Should
the
help
off
with her
chance
mobility
we get
too. Yeah, her mobility's up to 13 again.
No problem, boss.
Yeah, she can get back. Everybody else just can basically run.
Jane, get on the
That's-
roof.
What's
Yeah.
over there?
So just in case anything else decides to pursue us, but that should probably be about it, depending on how fast our slowest peoples can run. I'm just gonna get him all the way back too.
Shit, whatever.
Lots of bullets, that's good.
Good to go.
There you go.
Voy a ello.
On their way out.
Well, considering this didn't look good at the very beginning, it's looking a lot better now.
Well, like if Anastasia hadn't missed her shot, Pete would have had another kill, and
Yeah, and Donna should have
She
just
wouldn't have
done the
gotten
darn
injured.
thing. She shouldn't have been greedy.
Well,
So, I
sometimes
mean-
that. Yeah, there's no.
they went very well. Just there
It-
were
She can
a
move.
couple
Yeah,
of
she can
bad
move way back.
calls.
Moving out.
She goes, I like this high ground.
I mean, Pete's deadly when you
Oh,
make,
he's
make
got
his
the
targets
suppressor.
move.
Yeah, it's like the first time when they didn't move. The first time when they didn't move, I was really disappointed. That's weird. Okay, let's move over here then. But then when they decide to flee, it's like dead.
Rolling out.
Break some windows. Okay. That never gets old.
It doesn't, does it?
No. They should have a counter at the end of every mission.
Exactly. Most windows broken.
No backup?
What were we getting out of this mission? Oh, that's right. This is our
Hunt the Chosen mission.
Hunt the Chosen, yeah. No, I think that's an excellent idea for... Oh, sorry.
I think she can just go ahead and...
10-4.
Yeah. I don't know if our peoples can get all the way there, but... we can sit back here and study our weapons.
Try to keep up.
And we normally would have had like a group of reinforcements in the middle of all that.
Oh, I know, yeah.
I don't want to jinx it.
Well, maybe it's because we had the Lost.
Well,
Oh,
we had
the
both
Lost.
last
Yeah.
time.
That's what I thought too. I just,
Both at the same time.
yeah.
That was kind of the problem. I think we can just...
Yeah.
So, yep, they're getting close. You want to bring
Can you
our
make
two
it?
stragglers in?
Yeah, if they can make it, then we won't have to do anything. But if they can't make it, oh yeah, they can make it. Okay.
Got it. Move it.
Shoo. Barely.
Now then.
There
Otherwise,
we
we
go.
could have gone on Overwatch. Okay, good job. Got some wounds, but we also accomplished a very good objective. Does that give us some more props with the?
This
skirmishers,
will
or-
increase our influence with the Templars.
Okay.
Okay. Woo! For a scrap together squad, you did very well.
Yeah, I mean the other thing we squeaked by on was Jane because she's tired when she got injured.
Yes.
She
Well, that
She
was
coulda
just
gotten
stupid. Yeah,
Panicked.
panicked or
That-
berserked or yeah.
I just can't.
It's
Wow,
just
glad I don't
we
have the
always
sound
like
of this.
we center the space on the screen. But it's all right. Hey, remember I did two stupid like those moves
Back
on
to
the
back.
HQ where I'm like,
As if things
especially
weren't
like
Yeah.
the one where Neil's like,
between
with
the
I moved on
elders,
and
their
Neil's like,
alien
did you run a
armies,
gun?
and the
No.
chosen. Now we've got zombies to deal with.
Well, I liked. I think it was Pete. It's like, oh, I'm aiming for the drone. Oops, but I hit the exploding fuel tank. It took out the drone, but it was more fun that way. High noon.
So she's got the rapid targeting.
But her name, High Noon. It
Phantom.
just screams. Sniper.
So one thing I was thinking. So
Our
this
Shinobi squad.
rapid targeting, free action, does not break concealment and no longer ends your turn. So what I was thinking, because I was wondering why do they have Phantom?
Hmm.
But I was thinking you could use this person as a scout and like instead of a shinobi. And they could stay concealed and holo target for people.
Like have a couple snipers and her, and some shinobis.
I mean, she wouldn't be a sharpshooter. She'd be a holo targeter.
Yeah. And she wouldn't
kind
even
of
have
like-
the sharpshooter rifle. She'd probably just have a regular assault
Right,
rifle.
but she could always carry it if she wanted. Kind of like the shinobi, they're scouting, and then at the end they break concealment and attack. She could do that too. So I'm thinking I want to go Phantom with her
Yeah, I'm fine
Okay.
and
with
see
that.
how that
yeah.
works out.
That's
I mean,
a good
it's just
idea.
because because she has this ability, the hull target doesn't end your turn,
Yeah.
so you can always
and
hull
it
target
doesn't
two
break
people.
our concealment. Yeah.
Right, so you can hull target two people if you're not attacking, and you don't move, and even three with this rapid targeting in one turn.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. I mean,
Yeah, you can still
think-
carry a one-shot weapon.
in a way, they'd be a better scout than a shinobi, because when a shinobi is scouting, they can't do anything. But
Right.
this person could still, and we did get good loot from that too.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did. +3 mobility,
plus-
+8 aim.
Oh, and we also got a core.
We did.
Yeah.
That's Donna or Donna got it. That's why I just didn't show
Yeah.
up here.
We're getting thin on manpower.
Yeah, we got a core, which
We
is
should check with
good.
Resistance HQ for new recruits.
Our action
Yeah,
figure is
well, I
complete,
guess.
Commander.
And the gained experience, yes.
Yep.
And
Our
cohesion.
unified resistance continues to learn a great deal about these chosen that pursue us.
So we got hidden
Slowly but
reserves,
steadily,
and
our
we got a whole
faith in
bunch
your
new.
word
Ooh,
grows,
recruit scientist.
Commander.
Reduce avatar project cost.
That's a good one too.
Comes
Okay.
the opportunity for you to assign us new orders, Commander.
Fortunately, we don't need power right now, but
Yeah, we just built that.
Yeah.
Our
I don't think we
influence
can
with the
send
Resistance
anybody on a
factions
covert
has
action right
motivated
now.
them to share some
but-
new information
Yeah.
on the Chosen.
Bigger chance of ambush.
yeah.
3 soldiers this time instead of 2.
And capture. Or at least we can negate capture. Well, we should do that as
Look at the
soon as we
recruit
can.
scientist, though, because that's something we could definitely use.
41% chance of ambush.
73% chance of failure. And 3
Well, that's-
soldiers.
So it would take
Yeah.
3 higher level soldiers.
Well,
who are
we can
ready
do
for
that.
ambush. So maybe not
Yeah.
right now, but I think. I mean,
Yeah.
when we have 2 scientists, I think definitely we could use another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also got to steal corpses. Yeah, we got a lot of things coming up that
Is
we
it-
can.
Is there anything? Oh, yeah, that's right. There's nothing we can do right now.
Yeah, we don't have any soldiers to.
Well,
Speaking
we had-
of which.
Yeah, who's even available? Because I mean, one of those was tired, and a bunch of
I
them.
think 2 were tired. I think Jane was tired, and I think Pete was tired too. I think Jane
and
Pete
actually,
were
they're
tired.
probably shaken now. Pete's not.
Pete's still
Jane's
tired.
lightly wounded, 11 days though.
Yeah.
Donna's wounded just for a couple hours.
Let's hope it's.
Oh, let's hope it's not. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh shoot! And oh no! Let's hope it's not like it was for
I
Shay
think
and
it is.
Anthony.
It's like you don't want to be wounded on a covert op. Apparently, that's exactly what happened to the other 2.
It is.
They were the
like
people on
you're-
the covert op, and they got wounded.
Yeah, it's like poison or something that you can't get rid of. That is definitely a fuck up in the program.
Yeah, it's definitely a bug. Oh man. I have hopes.
Well, you know
that
what?
it'll be true for her.
It's almost like you can't go on covert ops, except you need to do covert ops to do the chosen missions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you need to have good people do it, otherwise the chance of failure gets higher.
That's a pretty big bug.
Yeah,
What can I
I'd
do
say,
for you,
and the
Commander?
other thing would be, well, not build items, inventory. Illyrium cores. I think we did, because
Good.
I think we did get credit for the core, because I think we had 8
Yeah.
before. But, oh, we got an elite laser sight? That's nice too. But yeah,
Do you ever
that
regret
is,
leaving the city?
that's a big bug.
You must miss some of it. The food, the warm beds.
Honestly, none of that really bothers me.
Hmm.
What I miss the most is my equipment.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
There's
because I mean
certainly
we've
no
got
shortage of resources on their side.
a bond
Don't
mate
worry.
that's out,
I'm sure
3
the
other
commander will
people
find
that
something
you know
nice for
could
you.
possibly be out. And it's
Um,
like, how do you do these missions if? I mean, yeah, you don't want to get wounded in the first place, but
Bring us closer to a decisive
Yeah.
ending. And I welcome your attempts.
I moved to the Templar headquarters because I was like, the heal faster.
yeah,
I was hoping
Yeah.
if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
yeah,
Okay.
we got a lot of wounded.
In New Brazil?
Uh, since we
Finally?
don't have, yeah, but yeah, 4 hours or 4 days, we don't even have people.
True. Well, we could pull some Haven advisors if we need to.
Yeah, I mean that's what we want basically is the
leads, yeah.
the lead. But yeah, we would have to pull our Haven dividers. And what we could
Let's see
send.
who-
The ring facility, Commander, but currently we don't have any
4,
soldiers deployed on covert
5
actions with the
maybe?
Resistance.
There's a good reason for that, Bradford.
Yeah. So we got 4 Haven advisors. And
I
we've got
think- is it
Astrid
Brian?
and Margarita.
And
So we've
there's
got
someone at the
6
top.
people we can take.
There's someone at the top.
Margarita.
Margarita.
She's one of the
Yeah.
6. Yeah.
I mean, I think this is the mission that we're. I mean, there are other
It's
kinds
what
of
we were
missions that would be
looking for.
good too, but
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
especially in New Brazil, being able to
Well,
start
so-
towards liberation would be good.
What's our what? So we got a specialist, a ranger, a shinobi, and a gunner. Okay.
And a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember
That's
what
not-
kind of mission it was. Do you?
It was retrieved from a vehicle, I believe.
Okay.
So tell you what, let's pull our Haven advisors for a moment.
Okay.
Yep.
There we go. Take a look at our mission. Rescue VIP from a vehicle.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. The engineer.
So, max squad size 8, fixed evac, 10 to 12. Let's see what it looks like.
We might be able to get 5 in there.
Yeah, I think you could get 5.
Alright, squad voodoo.
Or we can also use some intel.
So, Margarita. Well, let's just get him in there
Yeah.
and see what it looks like. Oh, nope. Sorry, Ahmed, you're tired.
Yeah.
Mike. Yukiko.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And Astrid.
Oh,
That's
wow.
Not a bad group.
Now, granted,
Even a little better
they're
than I
not
thought.
equipped at the moment, but
Yeah.
But still, that's going to be right about on the button. I think that's good.
If you, see what kind of suppressors we've got, and we can add just a minimum amount of equipment. But yeah, that looks
Well, I don't
good.
think you have to get to, 100% is not super magic number. It's just, being not going too far over.
right.
Well, we've got 3 corporals, I think a sergeant, staff sergeant, or something like that. 3 corporals, sergeant.
Staff
yeah.
sergeant, and 3 corporals.
So not super experienced, but not too bad. Astrid, you're gonna be the sharpshooter this time.
Yep.
And actually,
let's see.
before we do this, did we use her ability points?
Yeah. She's the one that. Oh, actually, no, we did not. She's got 24 of them.
Yeah.
Yep, but she was on that mission.
So she was like awful. And we did give her field medic
Right.
instead of airdrop.
Well, the airdrop is also good because he was my teammate.
Right.
So we got precision shot, special shot, plus 30, 33 crit, executioner. Bring them on, that's a new one. Gain +1 damage on crit hits for every 2 enemies you can see. Interesting.
Yeah, that's hard to
Blinding
evaluate.
protocol. Send the gremlin to deploy a small flashbang on an enemy target, disorienting all enemies within a small radius. Let's see if it defines what small radius is. Works with squad sight, has 3 turn cooldown, ends the turn.
That's a nice ability.
It is a it's just the whole, small radius, maybe 3 tiles, something like that. Now,
how would
she
you
does
use it?
already have interference, which is the Overwatch, but this is...
That would also...
But minus 20 aim and minus 6 mobility is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
So you could use that as your opening up of an ambush, and then everybody fire.
I wonder, does that end your turn?
It,
Did
I
it say?
believe it said it did. Yeah, it
Yeah.
ends the turn.
Okay.
Um,
Still, I think
yeah.
it's like a flashbang. That's one thing. As a specialist, you got your med kit. You might have a flashbang, but
yeah,
this lets you I don't know.
And
It says how many times you get to use it.
It's a 3-turn cooldown, so you get to use it.
Oh, 3-turn cooldown, right?
Yeah.
As much as you want.
I like it. I mean, I think airdrop is nice, and I think executioner could be a good one for her too.
Well,
That's a
shot.
pretty well precision shot. You have to hit though, and with executioner, it's a big aim bonus.
Yeah.
So like that guy, that last mission where the muton was almost dead, that would give her plus 20 aim, plus 20 crit chance. Maybe she hits.
Yeah, it would have been
Well,
from
the
a
other thing
54% to a 74.
Right. So I mean, the executioner is a very good one. It's just that the other one's more support. I mean, executioner though, that would be very good too.
Well, what are the other two? There's one that's where you go in Overwatch. Or I guess if you go in Overwatch, you've got 2 shots.
That's the first one.
That's
Yeah.
Sentinel.
The Sentinel. That's one I always liked, but yeah, it's kind of hard to evaluate. They're all over the place as far as.
I also have combat protocol, which is like
Right.
guaranteed damage.
Yeah, that's nice to have, like especially against that muton. It's like okay,
Right.
he's almost dead but not dead, and you can do it at pretty good range too.
Yep, 2 charges.
That Grenadier's got.
Yeah.
The Grenadier's got 2 hit points left. We need to kill him before he drops grenades on us.
Well, it's like combat protocol. She'd had that. She could have used the same thing against that muton.
I'll leave it up to you guys. There's a lot of good possibilities here. It just depends, offensive, defense, or like that little flashbang thing. It's like you got to think of how would you use it.
Well, use it like a flashbang. I mean, the flashbang's not just removing Overwatch.
It's basically
Well,
giving her
some terrain.
flashbang without preventing
Having
her
to carry
mobility because she's not carrying a grenade.
Well, the problem with the flashbang's got a huge radius. This one, we don't know what a small radius is. I mean, we could find out what a small radius is.
Right, but even if even a lot of times you might just use it on one thing. That
True.
that
That's true.
muton you don't want
Moving.
to kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Berserker.
mobility and the aim
Yeah.
and being able to use it at
Yeah.
squad shot range. It's
That's a good.
it's
point.
pretty nice.
Okay. I'll say, yeah, let's get it. Let's try it out at the very least.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. We can always try it out. But I
Let's
do
find
like the other 2 abilities. Combat protocol and execution are definitely good ones for her too.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to go back for him. But yeah, let's give it a go. Let's give it a try. We're experimenting.
Yep. And we'll see,
There we go.
what the radius and everything is.
And good call, Brian, for remembering that we hadn't used the ability points yet either. That was
Yeah,
Right.
it's like, hey, we need every little ump that we can. At least
So
everybody
she's
gets
a
lit by
locked
this.
on walk fire
yeah.
ranger.
She's our lead ranger right now.
Tell you what, let's take this and strip it. There we go. Let's give her alloy plating. And we'll
No,
come
I saw
back
the
to
armor
her.
piercing right now.
But yeah, she's
We
all
can-
about, definitely about shooting.
We've got armor piercing rounds if we want to give those to our sharpshooter.
Brian, you're really faint. I don't know if you might.
Oh,
There we go.
my mic.
Yeah, for this squad, I think the ammo might go with Beatrice. I mean, normally I would say the sharpshooter, but for this squad,
Okay.
maybe Beatrice would be better.
Alright. There we go. We'll come back to her.
It's like we haven't had a technical on a mission in a while, it seems.
Yeah. So we were saying
We had armor piercing rounds. and
armor
then
piercing rounds on
A couple grenades.
with our ranger or our sharpshooter.
I'd go
Well-
ranger.
Yeah, our sharpshooter's not a typical sharpshooter.
Okay. Not a problem. There we go.
And then a grenade or two.
Yes, we could definitely do definitely flashbangs, and then probably give Yukiko. We could give her Well, she's got the
Yeah.
Yeah, we can give her a frag grenade because Lord knows her aim isn't great. We could even try out the new gas grenades. Look at the armor pierce 1000.
That sounds good. Well, it just means it doesn't matter if you got armor or not.
Let's give her a try. Let's see how she does
Yeah.
with them. But yeah, the others we can give them their flashbangs. We
medkits, too.
have a med kit on Crypto.
Give someone else a med kit just so that if Crypto gets hurt.
Mike's a good choice.
Yeah. Actually,
Mike, or
give
you
him the
Kiko.
med kit and give her the nano med kit.
Yeah.
She's already got one.
Oh, she does. Okay.
Oh, we have 2 nanos?
Apparently we do. There we go.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Astrid needs...
Okay.
I mean, well, heck, let's keep her mobility anyway, because... Oh, okay, cool, and she's got a pistol. I was going to say, we should probably give her a pistol.
Okay.
Or,
Up is
actually,
just...
do we need to give her a pistol? There. Now she's got her mobility back.
Okay.
But we can also see if we should have a scope for her. There we go. All right.
Now we had the PCS chips. I don't know if we wanted to save the depth perception one for a different sharpshooter or give it to her.
I would give it to somebody else. you
Right,
know.
I would too if someone
Yeah.
else needs it.
Yeah,
The
let's
aim
see what she
one
had.
probably better for. Well, I don't. Mike's not really the suppression type gunner, so maybe
No,
he
he's
could
center
use the
mass and
bonus aim.
flush. Yeah.
He's got pretty good aim to start with, but
But I think if they have
Everybody
good
knows
aim,
he's
you
more.
wanna add to that. So either a ranger or a gunner like him
Yeah.
would be someone you could give that PCS chip to.
True. And I was gonna say, Beatrice already has the hyper-reactive pupils.
Right.
So we can give it to Mike.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
fine.
I mean, we're gonna get more.
Yep.
So we can give him the +8 aim.
Yep.
There we go. But yes, he's the anti-Pete. He's not about, well, he can suppress, but he's like, let me just shoot it proactively.
Right.
Which actually, nah. Yukiko, I don't know if there's a weapon upgrade to really give her. I mean, we can give her the hair trigger for Overwatch, just in case. Can't hurt.
yeah. Because she's either going to be actively shooting something or, well,
Yeah. There we go.
All right.
We are just over.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
fine though.
but look at the expected activity, which is light to the baseline, very light. We are just on that edge.
Right, but I don't know. I
We
believe
can
that.
always boost it. We can always boost the intel.
Yeah, we do have some intel, and this is a mission we definitely want to succeed with.
And we'll get intel from this mission anyway.
We'll get intel, and this is the whole find a lead. So hopefully we'll
Right.
be able to
Right.
start liberating.
But
Um,
I think for this group, 10 to 12 is doable. 13 to 15 is getting a little scary.
Yeah. All right. I think we're good,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's send them out. So now that we got this and the other group, I think New Brazil can go back to recruiting.
Recruit,
Yep.
supply, yeah.
Go find more people to help you with intel.
Yeah.
And then we can get these guys back
Setting
into
course for the Mexican regional
the Templar. It
drought.
helps speed up the healing.
Yeah.
And the foundlings are at 100%.
Did you want to check? Oh,
Well, actually,
was it?
one thing
Did we? Did we put one of our Haven personnel who is tired, or put a tired person as a Haven leader? Or,
That was Yukiko, I think.
I think it was
did we
no.
check to see?
or Ahmet rather.
It was Ahmed, and he's
Okay.
down 3 days. So I
Okay.
don't know how much of that
So
was.
No, but he was 6, and I think we just did 3 days. So I think that doesn't. I think that is a good thing to do. So if we
Okay.
want to put some of our tired people in there, like
Western U.S.
Pete. Pete's
looks
tired.
Like Pete's available. And for Eastern U.S. Actually, not Eastern U.S. New Mexico. We need to get them up and running. We don't have anybody. Look at all the red and yellow. No green. No green.
Well, bond
at
training.
all.
We got 2 people coming back in 7 hours. So.
Yep.
Well, everybody's busy. Healing, infiltrating, bonding, training. It's a busy group. What are we missing?
Sabotage. Counter
14 days.
See, that's what I'm saying. Counter dark event, 14 days. I think the dark events must be really easy to detect.
Right.
That's why I was saying, if you leave one person on intel, even when you're not scanning in a region, you might be able to detect dark event in that region.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and this is plenty of time, seeing as how the other one we're infiltrating is only just under 5 days. So that would still give us, plenty of time to do that.
Yeah.
Well,
or
hopefully
foundlings are done infiltrating. They could go in too.
Yeah.
That, and like I said, we got 2 guys that are off training or bonding.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're at 100%. We still have more time. We're at very light. It's a fixed evac. This is the one where we're getting some Haven personnel and some rookies.
Right.
Yeah, the only thing to possibly reduce is the enemy readiness is normal. What are the other 2? Vulnerable and
just vulnerable. Goes from normal to
Yeah.
vulnerable. We got 6 folks going in. Sharpshooter. We got a shinobi. Technical gunner, assault, and a ranger.
It's a pretty, except for bandit, it's a pretty inexperienced squad.
6 on
Yeah,
I don't know.
12.
We
I
can
wish
wait
we
a little
knew-
while just to see if it goes vulnerable and see if that changes anything. Once it goes vulnerable, I don't think there's any point, waiting.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, is there a way we can check back like each day or something to see if it's normal?
Well, we
It'd be
can
nice
go
to,
back
like,
at 115, like every 10,
Yeah.
15%.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to put hey, if it gets vulnerable, let us know. Oh,
Okay.
okay, our bond is done.
Bond is
And
done.
Glenn-
Glenn's
Glenn is
recovered.
recovered. You can become a Haven advisor now.
I was just gonna say, it's get some Haven advisors assigned.
And actually, you could. Yeah, no, I guess not.
Let's take Pete out.
How long was
Glenn.
Pete tired for?
Several days, a week or so, I think.
Yeah. So we got
9
Glenn
days.
there. No one in Eastern U.S.
6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just sent your bond mate out.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. All right. We got Haven advisors. We're healing. Let's
Should
check
we
it.
check
It's 112. It's vulnerable.
It is
Oh, there we
vulnerable,
go.
and it's
Okay.
extremely light. Okay, so it did change.
Okay.
So good.
All right. So who's taking whom?
How long do you think this is gonna take?
It is. So it's. Oh, it's almost 10.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe we should save this for next time.
Yep, we can do
yeah,
that.
I think sharpshooter, technical gunners. So yeah, like I said, I have no preference, but we can just set it up for next time so we know. Make a note saying ready to launch our infiltration mission. And before we do that, you want to check and see who was wounded on our covert mission to see if their status has changed.
Donna.
I'm sure it's the same as the
I'm
others.
sure
Yeah.
too.
Dang it. Okay.
Especially, well, at least she's not a specialist.
But she
Then we'd
is a staff
Oh,
sergeant.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's just, going forward, anytime you get ambushed, it's like
Well, and
you can't get wounded.
Who's your
It's
bond?
only the people who are going on the
Dimitri.
And
covert op.
Dimitri.
It's
Yeah.
not the rescue people.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But I'd say if it was, I mean, number one, you've lost a bond, and like I said, we also did the same thing with someone else's bond mate. It was Shay, and I don't remember who else. But it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
There's got to be a button to press,
Yeah.
Wasn't there a on the last Long War thing we did? We never used it, but there was a like you could use an Illyrium core to heal somebody instantly.
It's the infirmary. And it
Yeah.
was only for one mission. It's like for a
Right.
mission they could come back and then they were back in the
Oh, they were okay.
yeah.
But still, it's like maybe you could just kick them out of this rut that they're in. But I would definitely say, hey, this is a serious problem.
Right, because I was also thinking, wasn't it when you had to defend the Avenger that you could take wounded people on that mission?
Right.
Yeah, they would send out reinforcements for the wounded or the
Yeah.
tired.
I mean,
Yep.
if you could do that, like I say, it might get them out of their.
Yeah, if anything, how they'll come along. I would try to launch a mission with them in it.
Right.
Like we had Shay showing up, and then and the other guy too, and launched the mission, and you could always cancel.
Well, if it'll let you. I mean, I don't know if it'll let you, but it's worth
Yeah,
trying.
we haven't got that far yet, but at the very least, because otherwise, I mean, it's kind of cripples. Well, of course, it's nice if we don't get ambushed, but that doesn't happen too often.
Right.
Or we make sure I mean, if there was a way we could make sure that actually, although we didn't have reinforcements, so I can't call it typical. That was kind of the best. What I was looking for as far as an ideal rescue group, two snipers who can get up there and get good sight lines on that second group, which they did, and that they were able to help out, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But and also our two people who a specialist was a good person there, and then was an assault, with the running gun.
Yeah.
It's like that's another good, so we can't have our people who are best at kind of doing the covert missions getting eliminated. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to figure out how we're gonna like keep doing the covert missions.
Right. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I thought, okay, it happened once. Some events conspired, and it's a rare thing.
Right. Yeah.
But if it happened, I mean, this is everybody who's been on a ambush in
That's
the
gotten
covert
hurt.
op and has been wounded has been out. So it's something you think is a big bug that they.
Well, it's a specific bug.
Yeah.
It's a specific bug, like you said. Instead of some weird, someone was equipped with a gas grenade and it caused mayhem. But this is just, hey, people who are wounded on covert missions, and specifically we know that they're the people on the covert missions.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty easy to see.
Yes.
Anyway.
Just about everybody. I'm the only person who didn't happen to was Ben, who was killed instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, maybe it was a good thing he was killed instead of being.
Yep, instead of being
a zombie.
Yeah, I'm updating the ticket right now while we're talking.
Well, it's funny. I think I told you that there was someone who showed up to work yesterday who we hadn't seen in 10 months. On the same day, there was someone who I didn't notice them in the morning, but she was there in the afternoon. She hadn't been to work in 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know what the problem was there either, but it's like, the first one was actually like she's come back from the dead. The second one was like, wow, nice for you to show up. We also had someone in the afternoon who I hadn't seen. Also, she hadn't been there in, I'm thinking 7 weeks at least. It was for most of the Thanksgiving to Christmas period, she wasn't there. And it's like, wow, I felt like I was in The Walking Dead. It's like all these people are coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
And they're walking around here. And they're people who habitually, they don't want to work. They like the part getting paid, but the working part they're having a problem with. And it was just kind of spooky. But
well, that's kind of like our 3 people there. They're on the XCOM payroll. They're just not doing any work for us.
That's true. Well, like I
I'm
said,
gonna kick them pretty soon. So
yeah. Well, at least you can find the least necessary or the least whatever, and try to kick them or shock them or send them on a mission by themselves. Or
But we
oh,
can do that. We can try see if you put them in a squad, then it automatically populates them in there and see if it lets you send them out. I kind of doubt it will, but if it
Yeah.
does, that might be a way to get out of it.
because
it
we
might
did
be a
try
way.
the idea of when we tried equipping them, you know, it would remove the
Yeah.
equipment when we got back to the squad screen, and then if you removed
Right.
them, you couldn't add them back in. So
Right.
we'd pretty much have to treat them as if like they're a VIP we're extracting. They're not going to
Right.
add
Right.
anything to the fight, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, it just depends on how far you want to take it. I mean, you could at least launch the mission and
But like that group we just sent out had what 5 people. You just
yeah.
add those 3 and boost the infiltration. So you can do the mission and
Yeah.
you don't need them.
Yeah.
But if that works, I just don't know if it'll even let you take them
Yeah.
along.
It might.
We
It
can
might not
try
even
it though. We'll try it on Sunday
Well,
and see what happens.
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to see if they even count against our infiltration time or something.
Right.
But
Well,
yeah,
we'll
but
find
that
out.
is I mean, the game works, but this is this is having
Yeah.
a
Well, it's
finger
definitely
cut
a
off.
bug. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, like I said, we're doing pretty good. I'm looking forward to our resupply or our getting supplied at the end of the month. And
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just that those supplies are going to go away super fast.
oh,
It's
but we've
it's
got
amazing
some.
because it's like we have to
Oh, yeah. Build
pay
this, build
for
that.
every single gun that we have.
Yes,
But
yes.
yeah. All right, and
Well,
I
that's
did
why.
try to show you guys on the research that at the bottom, magnetic weapons are available as well as combat armor, but we just didn't have the 50 supplies to do those research.
Okay.
So
Right.
Yeah, because if we can skip the magnetic weapons, then we can at least. Well, those are going to be more expensive too, but.
all right. Yeah.
At least that'll make our. That's the other question I have too. Is like, do you send we get magnetic weapons? Do you send your magnetic weapons out with your best troops or your least experienced troops?
I'd give them to the best troops, and then everyone else gets the hand-me-downs.
I know, but that just makes it's like, what missions do you send the B and C squads out on?
Well, I just think the lower rank, lesser equipped people, you just take an extra person in your squad.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like even tonight, it's the idea of that squad that we just sent out to infiltrate. We gave Mike Pete's, last cannon.
Yeah.
Because Pete's can't use it. So it's like we gave it to him. So if for some reason Pete does need to go out before that thing's ready, well, then he'll get whatever's left over. But
True. Yeah.
um,
I mean,
yeah.
it's like you're averaging everybody out, so that you got best people with not the worst weapons, but not the best weapons, and then you've got your least experienced people, but with the best weapons to give them a better chance of, killing and surviving the mission. And but yeah, it's realistic that way, but it's also harsher to make those decisions somehow. Is like that extra point of damage. You kill him outright, or now we need 2 people to kill that one guy who.
Right.
But
Well,
anyway,
and the thing
okay.
is, you don't know which missions are going to come up first. It's like, if
Right.
I'd known, I would have saved that scat array for this person, but I didn't. So
Yeah.
I gave the
That's
best
why
available to the first available.
it would be nice when we're firming up the squads with officers and stuff. It's like, hey, you guys are together on this squad, to have a replacement squad and to train up the replacement squad. I know I saw officer ability when I was doing this on one of the previous ones, that was like, anybody that goes on this mission that survives, automatic promotion if the mission's successful. And so you send out your rookies on an easy mission with that officer, and so everybody, boom, everybody gets promoted. And then you find another one that's similarly easy to accomplish. Either the infiltration is ridiculously long, so you can spend as much time as you need to make sure it is easy,
right,
and then romp all over it, or send out 8 people, 1 officer and some other guy who's pretty badass, and then 5 rookies, get
Yeah.
them promoted, and it's stuff like that. So it's like, boom, you've got some people who quickly can move up the ranks to be with everybody else because, eventually, like, so you see that, well, that one Mouton who took out it was like a ridiculously lucky shot, but that also could just happen to the person who's in the, the wrong place at the wrong time. The poor rookie's got only 4 health, gets hit by, whatever,
Yeah.
and is dead. Although, was that a resistance order, or what was that
Hmm.
that would allow people to have a better chance of bleeding out rather than being killed outright? Was that a resistance
That's
order?
a guerrilla tactics. That was one of the
Oh, okay.
combat tactics you
Okay.
can purchase. It's
Yeah.
called like "Stay with me" or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it'd be
Okay.
nice to purchase one of those at the end of the month or the end of the supply drop, but like I say, there's supplies have got a lot of things calling their name.
Yeah.
Well, but that's also what can lead you to what missions do we follow. I mean, yes, you want leads so you can liberate, but there's also missions to allow you to pick up supplies or intel or scientists or
Mm.
recruits. But yeah, it would just be nice well, hopefully we can also liberate or figure out how to liberate. I think number one thing is get our resistance contacts out so we have more options. Then we can see what's easier to do as far as,
Yeah. Well,
recruit.
to do that, we got to build resistance comms.
Yeah. So like the resistance comms is number one, and then get the intelligence to make those to at least branch out closer to our black site. But that hopefully will also give us better chances to find easy missions, so that if we do the recruiting route, we can get those young guys up. The only problem with that is, I'd be interested to see, although I have a bad feeling that I know the answer to this. Like if we go, anywhere else we go, Advent strength is still 7, or what is it? Their technology?
Yeah, the
Is that their
technology is always that's global.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like if that's the same, that's like then you really make sure that your young squad doesn't encounter 3 berserkers or,
Well, I
a
like
squad
your
of
idea of like, you've got a squad of 5, one of them's a squatty, and the others are whatever, but you
Yeah.
Well, it's like
don't put more than one squatty on a,
right, but that mission we just sent people out on, where you have like 5 days to infiltrate.
Yeah.
Mm.
If you say, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and boost infiltration, now you can take 7 or 8 people.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's why sometimes like, hey, we've got this is the time to use the intel to get these guys promoted.
Right.
Mhm.
And like that mission gives you intel as part
Right,
of
right, yeah. There you
what
go.
you get from it. And so you're like, okay, in 5 days, these guys will have completed the mission and they'll, be promoted and will kind of be neutral on the intel spent.
Right.
Well, and hopefully, like I said, I think, yeah. So number one, supplies to get our resistance contacts out there. And then hopefully things will loosen up as far as just the things we can do easier or have choices to make, and get a good liberation somewhere. I guess we need the radio tower in North America. It'd be
Western
nice to
US.
liberate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to liberate the Western U.S. I think we'll have to branch out our resistance contacts in other places to relieve the pressure on the Western U.S. to
Hopefully
do
that's
that.
what'll happen with Brazil. But
Well,
we'll
that too.
find
Yeah.
out because Brazil and Western US are separated by a liberated region now. So
Oh, that's true. Yeah. We'll have
yeah.
to see what that does.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if after these missions, like the one we do on Sunday, vigilance will go up in New Brazil. If we don't see armed, the reinforcements or forces leaving Western US, then I don't know. It's like Eastern US, it's like I don't know how else we alleviate pressure from
Well,
also
that's
not doing missions every 5 days or so. The vigilance in Western US will decay. It'll go down. So
But
I
we
think
need to do missions other places. That's why,
if
opening
you
up
if you
Asia.
build the radio tower in Western US and build the radio comms on the Avenger, I mean that would probably take all your supplies that you get from the supply drop, but then that lets you expand your network.
right.
Yeah, that might have to be the way we go, just because it might be the shortcut that we need to break out. It might be so much more difficult to liberate at least at the moment.
Right, because then you don't have to worry about liberating Western U.S. I mean, if you get a chance to at some point, you
Right.
can. But
Yeah, I think that actually might be the. I don't know the math as far as all the costs and stuff, but that might be the shortcut. It's not the easiest way, not the best way, but it might,
Yeah.
in the end, be overall the best way.
but we will see.
Yeah.
When we get to the supply drop, we'll have to make that decision.
We got to
Okay.
get to it first. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
all right, gents. I will see you on Sunday, and we will
Okay.
pick this back on up.
All right. Well, good
All
night.
righty,
Good night.
guys. Good night. See you in a bit.